My friends call me Chuck.
Oh, good.
All except Captain Binghamton.
Yeah?
You ought to hear what he calls me.
Captain Binghamton. Oh, yes. The girls warned me about him the minute I shipped in yesterday. Don't they call him old leadhead or something?
Well, you got the right idea, but the wrong end.
Don't you think we ought to help the young lady pick up some of this stuff?
Yeah, sure.
We did it again.
I guess that makes us nodding acquaintances.
Yeah.
Aha! Ah! Caught you red-handed this time, McHale, playing craps in the hospital.
Craps? Oh, for the love of Mike. Look, all you were doing is just... Captain Binghamton is just...
Captain Binghamton? You mean that's old lead? Oh, Dan Hunt!
Oh, no! Captain, you okay?
Oh, look at it this way. At least there's no better place to get hurt than in a hospital.
Oh, yeah, you better listen to her. She makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, listen to me.
She does. One klutz isn't enough. Now I got a his and hers.
All right, get him up, get him up. Okay? Hey, come on, Chuck, we better get going. You don't want to keep that new girlfriend of yours waiting, do you?
Yeah, I'll be with you in a minute, Skip. Just trying to put a part in my fuzz.
Remember, this is only your second date, lover boy. You don't want to burn yourself out.
Better watch out for that Melba. You betcha. You two were almost gunners on that boat ride yesterday.
Hell, it wasn't Melba's fault. When the gig started acting up, I just tore her and checked the fuel level in the gas tank.
Yeah, but with a match? Look, Chuck, I beg of you. Tonight, make a special effort to be extra careful, will you? The both of you.
You don't have to worry about Melba. We're going to see that horror movie tonight, Vampire's Revenge. She'll be so petrified I won't have time to get in trouble.
No. Oh, keep away from me, you vampire. Please, don't touch me.
But, my love, all I want is one little kiss. Then we will fly away together to Transylvania.
No. Oh, keep away from me, you vampire. Please, don't touch me. No, please. Let me go. No. Put me down.
There they are, at the top of the cliff. It is no use. The bullets cannot hurt him. Stand back. Igor has a silver bullet. Shoot, Igor! Shoot! They have killed me, but I shall come back, I swear it. Until then, farewell, Matrushka. Farewell.
Oh, I sure like those happy endings.
Poor Matrushka. You know, that vampire certainly had a lot of nerve.
Well, if you ask me, the guy who made the picture had all the nerve.
Gosh, what a movie. They're still screaming.
Hi, Captain. How are you? Nice bloody movie, wasn't it?
I'll show you a nice bloody end, senor. Nitwit.
Wait a minute, sir. No, take it easy now. Oh, there you are. Please, sir. No harm done, sir.
You mean no harm done? I'm probably maimed for life.
Oh, here, let me look at it, sir. No, looks all right to me. Melba, what do you think? You're a nurse.
Get away from me, you. If either one of you menaces so much as touches me again, I'd... Oh, what's the use? Come on, Carpenter, let's get out of here while I'm all in one piece.
Yes, sir.
Night, Captain. Night. That's it. Here, let me get your hat. There we go.
Ooh, I still have the shivers. That monster really gave me the creeps.
Boy, that vampire was really scary, wasn't he?
No, I was talking about Captain Binghamton.
Yeah, I guess you can't tell the monsters without a scorecard. Well, go on. You kids have fun, huh?
Oh, my purse.
Oh, here, I'll do it. What a little devil.
Yeah, I did.
Chuck, no, stop!
Parker, I should have known. Of all the low-down, hot-rodding, you deliberately try to cripple your cripple commanding officer. You
You better watch your language, sir. Lady present.
Hi.
Wait a minute, Captain. We'll get you out, sir. Oh! Parker, this does it. I'm gonna ship you so far away, so help me, Halsey. A seagull is gonna need a map to find you. Now, Captain, don't get so excited. Remember your high blood pressure. Now, take it easy. We'll get you out.
We'll have you out of here in no time. Melba, you better give us a hand.
Wait a minute.
I better find a seagull with a map.
I'll help you look.
Well, Scotty.
How bad was it, Skip? The worst. He assigned him to Irrigabi as a coast watcher.
Irrigabi?
Suicide hole? The Nip Navy shells it every day.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Chucky. It's all my fault. If only I was a man, then my purse wouldn't have gotten caught on your gear shift. And oh, I feel awful.
Don't feel so bad, Melba. I mean, after all, if you were a man, well, look at all your uniforms that'd go to waste.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Well, speaking of waste, we're wasting a lot of time. Come on, boys. We gotta figure a way out of this cotton-picking mess.
Just think, Elroy, in exactly 23 minutes, I'll be rid of that bird-brained Parker. He'll be out of my hair forever, off to Irrigabi.
Sir, a toast to your eternal happiness. I'm sorry, sir. I'll go get another glass.
Never mind,
You take mine.
Dodo. Never mind. Cheers.
I'd rather have had a glass, sir.
Come in.
Oh, I beg your pardon, sir.
The idea of bursting in here in the middle of business hours.
Well, sorry, sir, but this is business. The hospital has to know Ensign Parker's next duty station so we can keep tabs on him. You see, he's a very rare blood type.
A rare blood... Are you trying to tell me he's a rare blood... The only thing that man has got flowing through his veins is pure, unadulterated sap.
That is very funny.
No, sir, he's type AA6 negative. And to the best of our knowledge, there's only one other like it in the entire South Pacific.
Mm-hmm. Who is that? An orangutan from Lower Borneo?
Sir, you... No, sir. As a matter of fact, it's yours.
Mine.
Yours.
Well, he certainly has my sympathy because he... Mine. Have you got the unmitigated gall to come in here and tell me that I've got the same blood flowing through my veins as that balding baboon?
Yes, sir. Type AA6 negative. Here it is in the medical reports of yesterday's physicals.
Oh, no. It can't be.
Oh, yes.
AA.
Well, that's the way it is. That's why we have to find out where to reach Mr. Parker in case you happen to need a transfusion. After all, this is a combat zone, and...
Oh, please, nurse, please. Please don't say it. Oh, sir, if anything should happen to you, I just don't think that I could bear up under the loss.
I wouldn't like it either.
Well, I wouldn't panic, Captain. As long as Mr. Parker is safe, you have nothing to worry about.
Oh, yeah, well, that's right, you crepe-hanging ninny. As long as he's safe, I don't have anything. But he's not safe. Well, he's going to Irrigabi. I mean, that's the suicide spot of the South Pacific.
Thank you for the information. That ought to do it.
I don't know. Wait a minute. I can't be that rare, nurse. Elroy, let's go.
Where are we going,
We're
sir?
gonna get Parker. Make sure he doesn't do anything foolish with my blood.
Oh, before I go, you guys, I want you to have a few things. Tinker, my Parcheesi board. Burge, my pet frog, Albert. Exercise him 3 times a day in a bowl of water.
I always wanted a frog.
Well, that's why I gave him to you. Bye, Albert. Willie, I want you to have this souvenir hand grenade.
Hey, drive truck, you pull the pin! Oh, no.
Am I bleeding? Quickly, tell me, am I bleeding?
Oh, no, sir, you look fine. Your uniform could use a little tidying up, but that's all. Yes, sir.
Now, look, sir, since it was my fault, I'm going to share the cost of dry cleaning with you.
Hey, Captain, before you blow your stack now, please, Mr. Parker didn't mean to pull a pin, honest.
No, I can understand that. I know it's just an accident. A little accident can happen among the best friends, can it?
You mean you're not mad at him after what just happened?
Man, why should I be mad? I love the feel of fresh air on my skin. Don't you like that? As a matter of fact, I should apologize to you for all the mean and nasty things I've done lately.
Apologize? Well, you better hurry up. My boat for Irrigabi leaves in 15 minutes.
Irrigabi? No, you're not going to Irrigabi. That was just a little joke, Irrigabi.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The captain wants you to go main side so that he can look after you.
You're gonna look after him?
You want me to go main side?
The main side, look after you. I'm going to treat him like he's one of my own family.
Yeah, just like a blood brother.
Just like, shut up with the blood brother. Oh, if this boob gets any boobier, I'm going to make you my new exec.
Now, wait just a minute, Captain. I don't know what you got up your sleeve, but you can't take him away like this. After all, he's our exec, and we need him.
Let's not have any arguments. I'm going to take him with me where it's neat and clean and safe.
Well, okay. Seems a lot easier if you just apologize, but I guess...
Wow! Oh, Chuck, don't bruise anything. Are you all right? All right, get a tourniquet.
Oh, don't worry, sir. I think he's sorry. Yes, he's just a little shook up, sir. Don't worry.
All right.
Easy.
Here you go, boy.
That's it.
Gently. Goodbye, Gwen. Now, we picked up your vitamin pills. I want you to walk very slowly now because I don't want you to overexert yourself.
Well, how can I? I mean, after all, you've been practically carrying me ever since you got off the gig, sir.
Sir, oh, no. Let's drop the formalities because we're going to be good friends from now on. Why don't you just call me Waldo?
And call me...
Oh, I'm sorry, Captain. Really, it's all my fault. Oh, my goodness, what did I do to your uniform?
There were women drivers before. This one can't even walk straight. Chucky, all right, Bruce, just straight in.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'm sorry, Captain. I didn't mean it either time.
Am I bleeding, Elroy? Is there bleed anywhere? There must be some bleed.
No, I don't think so, sir. But don't worry. Ensign Parker's here in case you need a transfusion.
That's right, Captain. Isn't it amazing? Mr. Parker here is the only one in the entire South Pacific with the same blood type as you. The girls here in the hospital are just buzzing about it.
Hey, how about that?
Shut up. Why don't you go roll yourself a bandage or something?
Hey, boy, that's... Hey, wait a minute. I get it. You only love me for my blood.
Oh, no, that isn't true, Chucky. I mean, by the time this war is over, I'm sure I'll find something else to like you for. A little bit. But meantime, you're coming with me.
Now, wait a minute. I don't want to go with you. I mean, after all, if it's only in my blood you want, well, why can't I stay back in the island? You can phone me every time you cut yourself.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea.
Hush, sweet Melba. No, you'll come with me, so you'll love it. You're just going to love it. You're going to have your own room. It's very cozy. You're going to have a new radio, and you can have steak every night.
Hey, well, can I have chip beef?
So you want chip beef? You want... Oh, yeah, I'll even put it on a shingle for you. Get with the bag. Smush.
Boy, isn't it great, Melba? Hey, can Melba come to dinner once in a while?
Oh, you want her? Yes, come to dinner once in a while, Melba. Come ahead. Now, let's go, boy, before you pick up some disease here. Now, gently. Gently.
Bye.
Don't work too hard.
Bye.
Oh, now, I want you to... I know. Easy does it there, Chucky boy. All right. Hey, Carpenter, put the things down over there.
Yes, sir.
There we go, boy. There we go. All right, now, Chuck, you take the couch here, and I'll keep the bedroom.
Oh, right. Well, boy, it sure isn't. Look, why don't you take the couch and I'll take the bedroom?
Well, you expect me to sleep on this four-legged rock pile?
Well, you wouldn't want me to bruise my corpuscles, would you? Well, here, just try it. Look at this.
How dare me?
You goofy little slut!
Go ahead and hit me, see if I care. But I warn you, I bleed easy. Ha-ha, thought that'd stop you. Well, I'm gonna need a lot of closet space, so might as well get this junk out of here. Kind of cheap clothes. Well, here, get that cleaned up, and I think you better draw my bath and turn my bed down. Boy, this is gonna be the life.
Why? Why was I born so rare?
I know just how you feel, sir, but don't you worry. I'll be by your side every step of the way.
I hope so, Elroy. I hope so. Because you I can hit.
Excuse me, sir. Here's the reports on the 73. Oh, by the way, how is Mr. Parker?
None of your business how he is. Now get out of here. Scat.
Hey, Skip. Boy, am I glad to see you. Okay, driver, you can wait outside.
What are you doing in that thing? Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. This is just his idea. He doesn't want me to exert myself. You know, get tired blood.
Tired blood? What's that?
All right. Enough this idle talk.
Skip, you're never going to believe this. He and I had the same rare blood type. Why, if anything were to happen to me, he'd never get a refill.
So that's your angle. Now, look, Captain, you can't keep him cooped up like this. By golly, he's going back to the 73 where he belongs.
Yeah, the skipper's right. There's just so much pampering we freaks of nature can take.
That's so. Well, if you think I'm going to let you out on the high seas where they're firing real bullets, you're batty.
Well, if you think I'm staying here, you're batty. I'm going back to 73.
Not as much as I need you. Now, you get this through your head, mister. You're confined to my quarters for the duration. You get in there. I'll drive.
Now, wait a minute, Captain. You can't get away with
Yes,
this.
I can.
Oh, no, you can't.
Yes,
no,
I
you
can.
cannot.
Hey,
No,
I'm
no, you can't. I said no. Captain! Captain!
Man, what a crummy deal.
Leadbottom can't get away with this.
Sure, he can't keep Mr. Parker locked up like this.
Well, how do you think I feel? I'm going to have to sit here and twiddle my thumbs for the rest of the war. What am I going to tell my grandchildren?
Grandchildren? Chuck, you didn't tell me you were married. And all this time you were taking me to the movies and holding my hand and letting my purse get caught on your gear shift.
What Mr. Parker means is this is certainly no way to keep a fighting man cooped up.
Yeah, I'm beginning to feel like a draft dodger.
You mean that, Chucky? You're that unhappy?
You bet. Well, even Aragabi would be a picnic compared to this.
It would? But I mean, I thought that you and that... Well, that... Oh, it's all my fault. I just can't do anything right.
Hey, it's not your fault that Chuck and Binghamton have the same blood type.
But that's just it. They haven't. I faked the medical record.
You what?
Please, say you didn't.
I just couldn't let him ship Chucky away without trying something.
You mean that Wally and I don't have the same blood type? Boy, and I just told him to rinse out my skivvies.
Leadbottom will kill Mr. Parker.
What about Melba? He'll really throw the book at her.
What
What are we gonna do?
I knew I should have been an aircraft worker.
Don't cry, Melba. We'll figure out a way.
Sure, there must be some way we can convince Binghamton he doesn't want Mr. Parker's blood.
I got it. Why don't we just tell him Mr. Parker has some cockamamie disease? You know, like we saw in that movie, Dr. Aerosmith.
Oh, come on.
You're kidding.
He'd never go for that.
No, wait a minute. Tinker boy, you got the right idea, but the wrong movie. Hey, what was the name of that turkey we saw the other night?
Vampire's Revenge.
Vampire's Revenge, that's it.
Yeah, boy, how could I forget? Wow, that monster with the long fangs? Wow, I was so scared I had to sleep with the light on all night.
Exactly. And how do you think Binghamton will feel if somehow he finds out that he is a vampire?
No, but Chucky's no vampire. No, he's sweet and adorable. And his teeth are too short.
Yeah, and besides, how would it look? An ensign biting his commanding officer in the neck.
He's got a point.
Well, Skip, how are we going to work it?
Well, now, will you just stop worrying and just leave it to that little old monster maker? Me!
Things I have to put up with just to stay alive. Chuck, you all right? I said, is everything all right? Ah!
Did somebody call me?
Parker, what is this, some kind of a Halloween prank? What are you doing in a ridiculous outfit?
Ah, well, ridiculous, I'll have you know. This is the only way to fly.
No, you keep away from me, you.
The word is vampire.
Vampire? Is that the reason for his ridiculous teeth?
Ridiculous teeth. I'll have you know that at my class at Transylvania U, I had 22% fewer cavities.
No, don't.
I'm sorry, but this won't hurt a bit.
How dare you try and bite your commanding officer?
Oh, thank goodness, Captain. Oh, no. We're too late.
How did they get out of the coffin?
I don't know. We better get him quick.
Yeah, grab him quick.
Yes, sir.
Stand back, you mortals, or I'll cast the spell of Dracula upon you.
What is this idiotic talk?
Oh, well, sir, we should have told you before, but we didn't want to alarm the whole base.
We've been living with this terrible secret for years.
Yes, that's right, sir. You see, he's a vampire. It happens every time that there's a full moon, sir.
You see, sir? It's in his blood.
In his blood? Nobody believes in vampires anymore. You fly away. You scoot.
I can't do that. I invited some of my friends to drop in.
Oh, no, Dracula. You didn't dig them up, too.
Yes, I did.
Come in, gang.
It's the Phantom of the Opera.
And the Wolfman.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame, too.
Go away. Go ring your bell.
And last but not least, I'd like you to meet my mummy.
This is your mummy? How are you, mummy? You got a nice boy here. He's a laugh a minute.
All right, boys, the drinks are on me.
Oh, no, Dracula, not in the neck.
Please, well, what do you want from me?
The same thing you want from me, a little blood.
No. Just get away from me. Just get away from me.
Go.
McHale, don't you stand there. Call the supply officer. Order a wooden stake to drive through his heart.
Oh, but it's too late, Captain.
Go get him, Drac, baby.
Save a little for us.
I'll take an end cut.
Save me the giblets.
No, wait a minute, Parker. Wait a minute. I can deal with you. I don't want your blood. You keep your blood. Just let me keep mine.
It's too late, Captain. I need some blood, and I'm going to...
Parker Lieber, boss is low.
Oh, what a break, sir. Yes, he's helpless now. The vampire's helpless without his wing. Grab him, boys, grab him. Let's get out of here. Yes, sir.
Hold it. Helpless without his wings, huh? Let me see. USO Costume Department. Huh? I suppose you're going to tell me he goes out and he rents this outfit every time the moon is full.
Well, actually, I mean, it's very hard for a vampire to get a good tailor nowadays.
Get a good tailor, huh?
Or a good dentist.
All the dastardly deeds you've ever pulled, McHale. You men take those things off. Take them off.
No, Captain, don't blow your top now, sir. We have an awful good explanation if you'll just listen,
Oh,
sir.
I bet you do, but I don't want to hear it. Just get this knobby-kneed dodo out of my sight.
How about, you mean you're not mad for what we just did?
And we can take Mr. Parker back to the island?
You don't want him here anymore?
I don't want to spend another second with this menace, not if my life depends upon it. And that goes for your blood, too.
Yeah, well, the feeling's mutual.
Oh, thanks a lot, Captain. Bye-bye, Captain. Come on, boys, let's go.
Your wish is our command.
Even a vampire has his dignity.
Come on, you guys. Let's go. Come on, here we go.
Chucky, you did it! Oh, that bottom lets you go!
That's right. You might just say he's no longer the captain's type.
These guys, boy, they sure made great monsters, didn't they?
Yeah.
I won't sleep for nights.
Man, we sure had the captain going for a while, huh, Skip?
Yeah, imagine a full-grown man falling for that monster jazz.
How can anybody be so stupid? You know, even little kids. Hey!
Oh, no!
It can't be. It's the creature from the lagoon.
Come on, get out of here.
Oh, yeah, hold it.
Banzai!
Fuji, what are you doing here?
Came along in case you needed the help.
That's our samurai.
Oops.
Come on, you guys.
Up on my desk.
Well, if you don't believe me, after the war, just stop by the States. Look at our office building. Should be about, 50 floors, have about 400 offices for the salesman.
Wait a minute. You're too stupid to make a story like that up. I think you're serious.
Of course I'm serious. And don't get pushy. A fellow like you can't start at the top. Gotta learn how to crawl before you walk.
Crawl.
Yeah. Yep, what do you say we start you out at, 50 thou a year?
50,000? I'll crawl.
Get off your knees, WB. I mean, after all, I run a democratic organization.
Well, Chucky, this is wonderful. I mean, when did all this happen?
Well, it hasn't happened yet.
Not yet.
No, but it's gonna. Yeah, you see, this correspondence course I'm taking guarantees it.
Yeah, but did a rich uncle die and leave you a correspondence course?
Yeah, the Crumley course for super salesmanship. Guarantees if I work real hard, I'll be a millionaire by the time I'm 30.
You won't live to be 30. I'm gonna tear you apart long before that. Oh, you dodo coming in here.
Just a minute.
It says right here in Chapter 6 that you got to have confidence. That's it. Yeah, right. Regardless of how tough the sale, always make your sale. Now, how would you like some all-purpose glue?
All-purpose glue? You're an all-purpose glue!
Well, and perhaps some freckle cream. You know, you got a few. You just put a couple of this right on here.
Freckle? I'll freckle you. Get out of my office. Out! Freckle cream.
Say, if you'd like to clean up that mess, how about a handy hand mop?
Up in my prime. What am I gonna do? I gotta get a job.
Morning, LG.
Good morning to you. Morning, gentlemen. Good morning,
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. Oh, incidentally, LG, I think we'll have to cancel our luncheon engagement. You see, I'm going to have to go out and buy Quint Jr. another set of trains. It seems that Union Pacific wants theirs back.
Just as well, QM. I've got to take the petty cash box down to Fort Knox for a refill.
Morning.
At ease, men. Well, good news. I just bought GM.
Ah, General Motors.
Oh, no. Better than that. Guatemala. Never did like that coffee across the street.
Now, where is that elevator? I've got a board of directors meeting in 6 minutes. Elevator! Going up?
Well, I knew help was hard to find, but this is rather ridiculous.
It's disgraceful. Oh, isn't he tiring?
Come on, Binghamton, the penthouse, and make it snappy. I haven't sold anything in 10 minutes.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't seem to be able to make it go.
Oh, Binghamton, how stupid can you get? You're an idiot, a klutz, a dodo.
Binghamton, you are impossible. Mr. Parker has given you a job with the company, and you can't even get up off the ground floor. You dodo!
Turn in your key to the rag closet. You're through.
Oh, no, please, not that. Not that. Please don't fire me. Please, mercy. Mercy.
Binghamton, you're never going to amount to anything. Now, wake up to that. Wake up.
Wake up. No, please. I adore you. I worship you. I think you're brilliant.
Oh, thank you, sir. I could stand here and listen to you talk like that all day. Oh, but there's a lieutenant in the outer office who wants...
Get your grubby hands out of my face. What's the matter? Who's out to want to see? Where? What are you?
Sir, it's a Lieutenant Jason Whitworth. He's stopping over here at Taratuba, and he insists on seeing you.
Oh, he does?
Yes,
well, I'll straighten him out. If there's anything I hate, it's a pushy lieutenant.
Well, hi-ho, Captain. I'd like to get someone to carry my gear.
Who the blazes you think you are?
Whitworth is the name, insurance is the game.
Is that right? Well, Binghamton is my name, and court-martialing smart-aleck lieutenants is my game.
I'll get your bags for you, Lieutenant.
Wait a minute. What do you think you're doing?
Mr. Whitworth is the head of one of the world's largest insurance companies.
I don't care if he's Lloyd of London himself.
One of the world's largest...
He's not gonna turn my base into a country... One of the... Is that true, Lieutenant? You're the head of one of the world's largest insurance companies?
The largest, Laddiebuck. I employ over 1,000 salesmen all around the globe. Now, could I get someone?
1,000 salesmen?
Well, give or take a few. You see, I'm always replacing dead wood with live wires.
Oh, is that what you replaced the... Mush, get his back.
Get his back,
Elroy. Yes, that's what I have to do.
And I think you could probably manage this.
Yes, he's the dead one. I certainly can.
There we go. One more thing for your little hand.
Thank you very much, J.W. J.W., I was thinking, shouldn't an outfit as big as yours have an insurance salesman in this area?
Oh, it mightn't be a bad idea. Where's your golf course?
We don't have one, sir. No.
J.W., I bet the right man could really go places with your outfit, huh?
Well, I did. I went from office boy to president in less than a year.
It's incredible.
I know. I was so stunned when the chairman of the board told me all I could say was thanks, Dad. Where's your squash court?
Oh, we don't have a squash court, Lieutenant.
Thanks, Dad. That's a gasser, J. Oh, I could laugh at your jokes all day. For the rest of my life, for that matter.
No golf, no squash. What am I supposed to do while I'm here?
We do have some great marlin fishing just off our island, sir.
Marlin fishing,
J.W.,
great.
you put me on the Whitworth team and make me the man in this area, and I can...
Hey, sir, why don't you watch where you're going for crying out loud, God? Whoa, you clumsy ass.
Hey, that was kind of fun, wasn't it? Thanks. See, keep laughing right here in chapter 2. That's what it says.
I'll give you a chapter right out of my court-martial manual. And don't just start with that freckle cream again.
No, sir. Boy, I can see how you get kind of upset. I mean, after all, making a living as a bellhop.
No, stop, Captain. Those clubs have to last me the whole war.
Don't hit that man!
You keep eye of this, McHale.
No, wait a minute, Captain. Control yourself, sir.
Yeah, and if you want another tee, keep your head down during the backswing.
Golf course or no golf course, I'm going to tee off.
No, iron up the eight. No, Captain, no. Chuck, now watch it, Chuck. No.
My fishing.
Come on,
I don't
Vic.
believe this. I've stumbled into a tropical funny farm.
Yeah, well, sorry, Lieutenant, but that's the way she goes. No, take it easy, Captain. We're leaving, sir.
You bet you're leaving, McHale. You go back to your island, and you stay there and further notice that's an order.
Now, wait a minute, Captain. You got no reason
I'll give you a reason. You're a bunch of miserable, lying, thieving cutthroats. Now, how's that for openers?
Boy, you're never going to get a job. Listen to the way he talks to people.
All right, come on, Chuck. Let's go. Bye-bye, Captain.
I'm sorry about this, Lieutenant. It's just every time I see those pirates from the 73, I just want to... Well, I'm sorry. Now, about my job with your company.
Are you jesting, man? Do you really suppose I'd give a job to someone who runs a base as fouled up as this? About the marlin fishing, Lieutenant, I trust you can arrange for a boat.
No, wait a minute. If you'll just give me a chance.
Binghamton, will you go away?
No, I won't until you give me an opportunity to show you I can sell insurance.
All right. You want to sell insurance here? Take these life insurance policies and sell them to that PT-73 crew. Then you can have a job with my company. Fair enough?
Oh, fair enough, J.W. Thank you. You won't regret this. I'm going to sell it.
Wonderful.
73? Sell them to the... Well, I couldn't sell them to this. I mean, they hate me. They despise me. They won't buy anything they can't drink.
Lieutenant Carpenter, let's make arrangements for the boat. I'm just dying to tangle with a marlin.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, I just know I'm not going to be successful. After the war, I'm just going to be a mangy old bald-headed bum.
Oh, you a bum? Come on, Chuck.
Sure. You're loaded with talent, on top of your good looks.
Oh, thanks, you guys, but it won't do any good. Well, anybody want this book? Now I'm going to have to learn how to hop a freight car. Boy, how do you like that? I can't even give anything away.
Jumping hand, a direct hit. Captain, are you all right?
All right, teeth. I'll take a quick inventory. Say ah. 1, 2, 3,
Get
4.
your hand out of my mouth. I'll give you some of your own teeth to count.
No, Captain, before you blow your stack, sir. Mr. Parker didn't mean it, sir.
I know he didn't mean it. I don't care about that, Quint. You know, I'm just very fond of this little rascal. See, dude? As a matter of fact, I'm very fond of all these sweet, wonderful men.
Sweet, wonderful.
Man, yeah.
Boy, you must have hit him harder than I thought.
There he goes again. That's all right. And you know, I know you boys are always a little short of cash. So guess what?
What?
I brought you all some nice, big, fat advances on your pay. Now, how about that, boys? Is that great, huh? There you go. Hands out. Come on, boys. You two. And there you are.
Yeah, but, Captain, I hate to look a gift C-note in the mouth, but I don't get it.
Well, it's very simple, Quint. I'm going to give you fine men a chance to invest in something that could net each and every one of you $100,000 one of these days.
Invest in what?
Invest in life insurance policies, that's what.
Life insurance policies?
That's what. And because I am so very fond of you boys, as I have said, I have added all sorts of goody clauses to the policies. Now, I've got the policies right here.
Hey, you, what's with him?
Well, that new lieutenant, J.W. Whitworth, is the head of Whitworth Insurance Company. And if the captain sells you these policies, he'll get a job with Whitworth after the war.
Shut up.
I was just
I
explaining.
know what you're doing. Shut up. Uh-huh. So that's your racket, huh, Captain? Boys, give me back the money. Here you are, sir. Come on, let go. There you are, sir. There you are. We don't want to buy any of your policies, sir. I don't care what you want. You are going to buy the policies, and that is an order. An order? Now, look, Captain, you pulled some pretty shady deals in your time, but this is a shit... Unless I have 7 signed and paid for life insurance policies on my desk by the time Lieutenant Whitworth gets back from marlin fishing, then there are going to be 7 very bad insurance risks in the brig. Gentlemen, ta-ta. Well, of all the nerve. Oh, I'd like to give him a shot right in his ta-ta.
No good creep.
What crust? Using us to get a cushy job after the war.
Yeah, some guys have all the luck. Me, I'm just gonna be a mangy old ball-headed bum.
What's so funny, Skip?
Oh, look at Mr. Parker. Skip, he's really down in the dumps.
I know, and I'm sorry. But, boys, I just came up with the perfect answer. The captain said we had to buy these insurance policies, right?
Yeah?
But he didn't say who we had to buy them from.
Miguel, Parker.
Oh, hi, Captain. Beautiful day, isn't it?
To belay the dribble. What about the policies? What?
Everybody bought one, sir. Why, they'd be a fool to pass up a deal like that.
Oh, you're right, Quentin. It is a beautiful day. Now, if you just give me the policies and the premiums, I'll see that Lieutenant Whitworth gives them super special handling.
Oh, you needn't bother about that, sir. After all, it's up to the salesman who sold the policies to deliver them, isn't it?
Yes, that's why I want to... What are you driving at?
Why, haven't you heard, Captain? Well, Mr. Parker sold us all those policies. Oh, like you said, he's a fabulous salesman, sir.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on.
Hold on, to keep my other clients waiting. Oh, I'll never get to be general sales manager that way.
Yes, sir. Wait a minute. If you think you're going to grab the credit from me for those policies, you give me those policies.
I will not.
No, wait a minute. No, wait a minute, Captain. You're fighting a losing battle, sir. Yes, sir. And besides that, we're going to tell Lieutenant Whitworth the whole truth.
You aren't going to tell him anything because I am... Give me those. You and your seagoing backstabbers are going out on patrol to Karaki Straits this instant.
Patrol? But, Captain...
Forget that Whitworth deal, Mr. Parker. There'll be plenty of jobs for you after the war.
I'm no good at anything. I'll never get a job. I wish I were dead.
Oh, come on, Chuck. Cut that out, will you? Hey, wait a second. I think you hit something.
I did. Oh, boy, reverse all engines. We're going down.
No, hold it. No. You just gave me an idea. Look, did you fellas ever stop to think that if we ever got clobbered out here, Whitworth's company would have to pay off on all those policies?
Go on. Boy, would that ever get Binghamton in trouble. Maybe we'll get hit by a kamikaze.
Wait a minute, Skip. I'm too young to die.
Well, I'll argue that. But if the captain thought we were clobbered, then maybe we could con him into admitting that Chuck here sold all those policies. Uh-huh.
That's right, J.W. 7 $100,000 policies. First day on the job, and I... What? A partnership. Oh, thank you, J.W. Thank you.
Binghamton Whitworth Insurance Company. Sir, it sounds beautiful. You are a genius, W.B., a genius.
Thank you, Elroy. Thank you. You look tired to me, Elroy. Say, ah.
Ah?
Yes, you're tired, boy. Go buy yourself an automatic apple polisher.
Sorry, sir. My fault, sir.
All right, lads, all right. Accidents will happen. Oh, by the way, would you tell your mother to get her things together? I'm going to foreclose on her.
Oh, bless you, sir. You're so kind, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Binghamton. Your private elevator is waiting and ready, sir.
Going up?
Yes, the penthouse. And hurry.
Yes, sir. Right away.
Wait a minute. You're supposed to take me with you.
Oh, boy, maybe we better start all over.
Going up?
Oh, Wally, incompetent. I ought to give him a good...
Oh, no, sir. Please, it's his first day on the job.
And it's his last, too. Oh, my arm! sir. My arm! My arm!
What is it,
My arm! Oh, ow!
Here, let me...
Oh, my arm! Get it out! Oh, for heaven's sake!
You all right, sir?
All right. Well, I had... Oh, never mind. Is my partner back?
Huh?
I mean, Lieutenant Whitworth.
Oh, no, not yet, sir. But Commander McHale's calling you. It sounds like the 73's in trouble.
Oh, I shouldn't wonder. That 8-ball, he can't even run an elevator. What do you want, McHale? Aren't you out on patrol?
We're under attack, sir. This time I think we've really had it.
Under attack?
Ships and planes. Oh, they're really coming at us, sir. Oh, this is it, Captain. But remember, we went down fighting.
If you ever get back to Chagrin Falls, tell my mom I wasn't a scaredy cat.
Sir, this is terrible. Lieutenant Whitworth's going to have to pay off a fortune. He'll never give you that job now.
Grief, Elroy, this is no time to think of a thing like... Oh, you're right, boy, you're right. McHale, now hear this, McHale. I absolutely forbid you to be killed, and that's an order. This is your insurance agent speaking.
It's too late, sir. We're being pulverized.
Skip! Kamikaze at 9 o'clock!
Let's go! So long, Captain. Make sure Whitworth gets those checks in the mail right away.
Hit the day!
Hey, I'm out of ammo!
No, McHale. You've got to live. All of you. Keep breathing. All at once now. In, out, Please. You've got to.
It's no use, sir. The radio's dead. They must be going down.
Well, those ingrates, they can't go. They can't do that to me. I'm not going to permit this. Hello. Get me Comfleet. Hurry. I want to order out every available ship. It's a matter of life insurance. Life and death. Hurry.
Binghamton! What is the meaning of ordering my boat in?
I'm sorry, JW, but an emergency came up. You know how these wars are.
But I was hooked up to an 800-pound marlin. Couldn't you have gotten along without my boat?
Well, I'm terribly sorry, but I'm sure that you're a big enough man not to let a little thing like this interfere with my job.
Job? Do you suppose I'd give a job to a stupid clod like you?
Oh, now, just a minute, Lieutenant. The only reason the captain ordered out the fleet was to try to save your company close to $1 million.
$1 million? What?
I'm going to tell him, sir. Now, look, the captain sold 7 $100,000 insurance policies to the crew of the 73. And when he heard that the 73 was about to be sunk by a NIP task force, he sent...
Parker.
Good grief, man. What happened?
Oh, hi, Captain. Hello, Lieutenant. Well, we're sorry to show up in this shape, sir, but after we took to the rafts, it really...
Oh, I don't care what you look like.
Come in.
You're alive. That's the important thing.
Yes,
Sit
alive.
down, boys. Sit right down there. How are the other men?
You mean the other 5 guys you sold those big life insurance policies to?
Yes. Are they alive?
Cheer up, Captain. Just think how happy you've made their loved ones. Thanks to the captain, well, your company owes them $500,000.
Would you like to pay by cash or check?
JW, I'm sure I can explain everything.
Whoa there, sport. Don't panic. I feel very badly about your crew, McHale, but those policies all contain a war clause. If a man is lost in battle, there's no payment.
No payment?
No payment.
No payment. You sniveling coward, you, deserting your ship in time of battle.
No, wait a second now. The ship wasn't sunk in a battle. No, it went down by accident. Later.
Yeah, you see, this big marlin came along and threw us right up onto the reef.
Yes, and according to those clauses that the captain added, an accident is worth double.
All except Tinker. He got his with a falling coconut. Captain made that worth triple.
You triple all that, Captain. Boy, I'll tell you, there's a salesman.
Don't listen to them, J.W. I didn't sell the policies. It's all a lie. Parker sold them. Parker.
Hey, would you mind repeating that, sir?
Parker.
That's right. I am a witness, Lieutenant. Parker really sold those policies, and then the captain sent the 73 out on patrol so that he could get the credit. See, he wanted the credit. So
Boys, you're alive!
Skip, a miracle happened.
Oh.
I got picked up by a native canoe.
Bless those canoes.
Oh, Mother Earth, how I missed you.
Oh, yes. Come on, boys.
Hey, you guys better get out of those wet clothes.
He's old.
You got pneumonia,
Now
right?
that you know that your company doesn't have to pay out a penny, and you also know that Anson Parker sold all those policies, why you...
J.W., don't you listen to them. Don't you see what this is? They're just trying to get my job with your company away from me and give it to Parker.
Yes, I can see that, Binghamton. And may I say, it worked. In fact, you can all have jobs with my company after the war. If there's one quality that makes a great salesman, he's got to be sneaky.
Come on, boys. Go
Now, wait a minute. I'm sneaky. You ask anybody around here, they'll tell you. Everybody calls me Old Sneaky. Then I try and grab all the credit from Parker. Honest, I'm sneaky.
Don't you believe it, Lieutenant? After that confession, why, you know he wouldn't make a good salesman. He's too honest.
Yeah, and if you're smart, you'll read up on it. I got a few notes right here in my hat. Just take a look at that.
Julius, don't.
No, Captain, take it easy there. Take it easy there. Remember the insurance. The insurance company.
All right, McHale, now that Lieutenant Whitworth is gone, you're really going to get it. For the next 10 years, you're going to be selling insurance to your roommates in the brig.
In the brig? On what charge?
For disobeying my direct orders and not staying out on patrol. Now, I've sent for the SPs.
A 10 hut?
Stop with your 10 huts when I'm... Admiral Rogers.
Binghamton, I understand you ordered all those ships and planes into Karaki Straits.
Well, no, Admiral, no, I did. It was McHale. McHale did it.
True, McHale?
Well, you see,
I don't know how you found out that the Nips were planning a sneak attack on Karaki, but thanks to your warning, we got there in time. Good work, McHale.
Admiral, I mean, he was...
Yeah, put them in for commendation, Binghamton.
Thank you, Admiral. Thank you very much, sir.
No, I won't do it, Admiral. I'd rather kill myself first.
You mean that, sir? Well, we at Whitworth have an insurance policy with a special suicide clause that perhaps you'd be interested in.
Besides, they worship me. Why else would they beg me to send them 200 pictures?
All right, Groove, I gotta hand it to you. This is the greatest racket we've had yet.
Yeah, personally autographed pictures of movie stars at $1 a throw. It's a gold mine.
How's this sound? To Corporal Stanley Dombrowski, my favorite Marine. I await you passionately. Love, Mimi.
It's got out of class.
You believe that, aren't you? Beautiful. Now let's finish her up. Fuji, front and center.
What a prisoner of war has to go through.
Go ahead. Put it on. Kiss.
Samurai, pucker up.
Okay, but this last one, Hot Rose needs a little love too.
Give a little kiss. Good. Hurry back, Hot Lips. All right, let's move it, guys. We got orders to fill. Let me see, we got orders for 6 Rita Haywards, 4 Ginger Rogers, a dozen pictures of Trigger.
Trigger?
Yeah, from that Army Cavalry unit. He's been out here a long time.
Ten hut. All right, you bandits, freeze. All right, what are these? Secret photographs you're selling to the Nips? To Private Irving Schwinn, yours till VJ Day. I adore you, Rita Hayworth. What is that, secret code?
Look, I ask you, what's wrong with the boys collecting autographed pictures of their favorite motion picture stars, huh?
Hey, wow, a genuine Mimi St. Clair autograph.
Let me see that. To Corporal Stanley Dombrowski. Well, that's wet.
They're all wet. These are forgeries.
Oh, now, ease off, will you, Captain? You're making a mountain out of a molehill here.
No, I'm making jailbirds out of these thieves. Get your gear together.
Jailbirds? Now, wait a minute, Captain. On what charges?
Forgery, bilking innocent servicemen, wartime profiteering. Now, you say your tender goodbyes to them and you ferry these goons over to the brig by 1,500 hours. They're finished, kaput.
You dropped your evidence, sir. Here, I'll get it.
Thank you, sir. Disgraceful, Elroy. Imagine those con artists defiling a picture of Miss Mimi St. Clair.
Oh, you're so right, sir. The nerve of them treating America's sweetheart like a cheap, ordinary pin-up girl. Although she does have a rather nice figure, sir.
Yeah, she does, doesn't she? Got curves she hasn't even used yet.
Yes, and do you notice that
Oh, shut up, you slumbering ninny. Binghamton here. Oh, Admiral Rogers. Yeah, how sweet of you to call.
You lucky dog, I've got great news for you.
My promotion? It came through?
Oh, stop with the jokes, Binghamton. It's about Miss Mimi St. Clair. I just heard from the Navy Department. She's flying down to Taratuba.
Well, I thought at least this time for sure. Mimi St. Clair is coming here?
Oh, you sly bird. How did you manage it?
Well,
you just make sure that Miss St. Clair has a terrific time. I only wish I could be there with you.
Oh, you do? Well, why don't I bring her up to Comfleet and introduce you to her, Admiral? Usually she just loves to meet all of my friends.
Sir, you don't even know Miss St. Clair.
Hey, that sounds marvelous. We might even have a little cocktail party. Invite all the other admirals. Wally?
All the other yes, that'd be marvelous, Bruce.
Oh, what a star has to go through these days to get her face on the front page.
Oh, sir, she's here. She's here, sir. Miss St. Clair, she's here.
Mister, Santa boy with the hat. Now, the makeup, in case you're going to break the bottles. Now, just drop them very gently. Put them down. Just put your against the door. Oh, please, don't do that. Just gently. They're new bags. They were new. Just put them down gently.
Captain, go.
Miss St. Clair. Oh, well, go, boys, go. Welcome to our little fortress in the South Pacific. I'm Captain Wally Binghamton, and if I may say so, you are even more lovely in person than you are on the silver screen.
Thank you, Captain.
And I'm Lieutenant Elroy Carpenter, and may I say, I thought you were just terrific in Passion Takes a Holiday.
Oh, Passion Takes a Holiday? Oh, you were. Well, I tell you, when I said, well, you stole the whole picture.
Stole it, Captain? I don't know how. I wasn't even in it.
Yes, that's what I mean. When you weren't in there. She wasn't. What's the matter with you? She doesn't make those 2-bit quickies, you dope. Oh, he's a... Now, Miss St. Clair, we've planned a very exciting day for you. Mimi, if I may. We were going to start off with a tour of the base laundry.
That's all very nice, Captain, but when do I get to meet the boys from PT-73?
Well, first we're going to go to the Admiral's party. You see, now all the big brass is going to be there. They're all... The boys on the 73? You can't mean that.
But I do, Captain. They're wonderful boys. Fans of mine keep sending for my pictures. Fine bunch of men. True credit to our country.
Oh, so that's why she's...
Hush. Interrupting a big movie star like Miss St. Clair.
What's wrong, Captain? Nothing's happened to the boys from the 73, has it?
Happened to the boys. Yes. As a matter of fact, something did happen to them. They had a little mishap. They were all lost at sea.
Lost at sea?
But lost, sir. We just saw them.
We just saw them go down. Oh, it was they hit a whale. You see, all hands were lost. That was terrible.
Oh my!
Yeah.
This is terrible.
How awful, those poor men.
Holy jumping.
Well, excuse me, Captain.
McHale, can't you see I'm busy here? This is McHale.
Well, look, Captain, the crew of the 73 is reporting the main side like you ordered. But I'd like to ask you to reconsider, sir. You see, our problem is...
73? Are you men from the 73? Why, Captain, I thought you said they drowned.
Oh, did I say that? Did I?
The captain said we drowned? What's going on here, Captain?
Well, I can see you've been rescued. Congratulations, McHale. Good to see you got dry uniforms and everything. Carpenter, call the chaplain and have him cancel the service.
You're Mimi St. Clair. Oh, boy. I don't have an autograph book. Could you autograph my shirt tail?
Put that away, will you? Now, look, Captain, what's going on here?
Shame on you, Captain. Trying to keep me all to yourself. Hiya, fellas. Let's go. I'm just dying to meet the rest of the crew.
Oh, but you can't do that, Miss St. Clair. You see, the captain just ordered them into the brig. Oh!
What about that, Captain?
Well, I was too embarrassed to tell you, but you see, the truth of the matter is they're just a bunch of robbers and cheaters. That's all they do all the time. They just rob, cheat.
Now, hold it, Captain, hold it. Now, don't you believe it, mister? Not a word of it. Not a word of it is true.
Yeah, he's just jealous because we know how to make the most out of a war.
All the nerve, making such awful accusations on such a fine bunch of men. Why, it makes me want to pick up the phone and call my good friend FDR.
FDR? You mean Mr. President?
Good, then it's settled. Not another word against the 73 crew. Shall we?
Who might argue?
Well, the Admiral and his party.
Forget the Admiral. I want to be with the boys. Let's go, Commander. I'm just dying to raise a little morale around here.
Be my guest.
Cheaters never prosper.
My career, my promotion.
It must be a mirage.
Oh, it couldn't be.
But it is. Mimi St. Clair, in the flesh.
What flesh? Well, here you are, Miss St. Clair, the boys of the 73.
Please take us away.
Hold it. Fellas, thanks to Mimi here, the captain has dropped all charges against you.
Yay! Gee, thanks, fellas. Anything to help our little old war effort.
What am I going to do, Elroy? I've got all of this brass waiting to meet Mimi. If I don't get that vixen away from McHale, I tell you, she's going to ruin my career.
Well, sir, why don't you just give her an order? After all, you're a captain, and you do outrank her.
Why don't I just give her an order?
Yes, sir.
Oh, they're going to come and get you one of these. I can't order a movie star. All I can order is... Well, wait a minute. I can order McHale. I can order him to sea. I can order him far, far, far away to sea. I got to get to a radio.
All right, hold it.
Calling CT-73. Now, hear this. This is your captain speaking.
Hey, that's old Leadbottom on the radio.
Well, what the heck does he want? Are we hooked in?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, Captain.
McHale, you and your crew are to move out to sea immediately. Recon mission to Manitou Island.
Manitou Island? Captain, you must be kidding. That's a deserted rock. No one's ever set foot on there.
Well, good. You can claim it for our country. Don't forget to plant a flag. Now, move out.
Aye, sir. Here. Look, that Leadbottom is sending us out on a phony reconnaissance mission again.
I knew this was too good to be true.
Oh, Commander, since you're going out to sea, well, I thought maybe that I might just go along for the ride.
Hey, that's a great idea.
Wow, this might have fun more after all.
Hey, Skip, why couldn't we just log her aboard as 108 pounds of dynamite?
Hold it, belay it. Now, you guys know there's still a war out there. I'm sorry, Miss St. Clair.
Yeah, the Americans versus the Japanese. It's been in all the papers.
But I won't get in the way, Commander. I promise. Why, I'll even pitch in and button down a hatch or whatever it is you do.
It's a batten.
Well, I'm sorry, ma'am, but the answer is still no, and that's an order. All right, boys, come on. We're a little low on ammunition. Go over to ordnance. Let's draw some. Let's go. Bye-bye, ma'am.
I'll send you negative, Miss St.
Bye,
Clair.
ma'am.
I'll think, boys.
You know, Miss St. Clair, actually, I'm glad you're not going out to sea with them.
Oh, but I am, sweetie. I came 4,000 miles to make the front pages, and nothing is going to stop me.
But you heard them. They're going on a mission.
Yes, but they're taking a stowaway. Oh, I wish I could see Joan Crawford's face when she reads that Mimi St. Clair has been shipwrecked.
Shipwrecked? But you're not really going to... Oh, this is crazy. Oh, I'm scared.
That's why you're a secretary and I'm a star. Help me aboard.
Oh! Hello, Captain.
Hello, my dear. Would you tell Miss St. Clair that I'm here to take her to the Admiral's party?
Well, I'd like to, but at the moment she's not here. If you'd like to leave a message.
Leave a message? I'm a naval officer. What do I look like you, a carrier pigeon or something? You see any feathers on me? Do you?
Well, no, sir.
Of course you don't, because there aren't any. Yes, I told her, huh? All right, where is she? Where?
Well, I'd like to tell you, sir, but it's a secret, and I'm not supposed to tell.
Well, you'd better tell, because this is not a Hollywood set, you know. This is a real naval base, and I'm a real base commander. Now, where is she? Where?
Oh, but she's out on the 73.
Better. Out on the 73, all right. You mean she's at sea on the 73?
I told her not to go. I told her.
Oh, this is awful. Those cutthroats, those kidnappers. I'll have to radio McHale and order him to turn around at once. Oh, I wonder if admirals want to scream as badly as captains do.
All right, come on, you guys. Let's get this reconnaissance over with.
Hey, Skip, can you imagine having to leave a doll like that, Mimi?
It was worse than saying goodbye to my mother when I was drafted.
All right. Stop your griping. The sooner we get this over with, the sooner we get back. Now, come on, spread out.
All right, you guys. Now, remember the signal. If you see any danger, fire 3 shots in the air. And try not to hit any birds.
Come on.
Well, you don't want to hurt any birds.
There now. This thingamajig should keep the engine from starting. And the New York Times once said I was all body and no brains.
PT-73, come in. Calling the PT-73, come in. I know you're out there, you kidnappers. Now you come in.
Hello? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. How now, brown cow?
Oh, now, Brown. Some drunken nurse has broken into the radio shack. You'll get off the line, you wino. This is an emergency.
Hello, Captain. It's just little old me.
Little old who, me? Who? Mimi? Is that Mimi? Oh, you poor thing. What are you doing out there? What have they done to you?
Oh, now, Captain, don't blame it on the boys. Why, a shipwreck could happen to anybody.
A shipwreck? You can't be shipwrecked. What about the Admiral's cocktail party? Now, you turn around, you get back here, I'll put you on report.
Oh, Captain, by all means, do report it. Call the press, the wire services, the magazines. Call everybody.
Press? Well, if they find out, oh, this is awful. Put McHale on there. Sober him up. Put him on.
I'm hanging up now, so toodaloo.
No, wait, don't toodaloo. Don't hang up on your toodaloo. What do I tell the Admiral?
Yes, what will you tell the Admiral?
Well, I'll make up some cockamamie story. I don't know.
Yes, who was that talking on the radio?
The radio? They're talking to the boys. There's maneuvers, Admiral. They're on maneuvers. Keep those ships on a straight course and then keep zigzagging them and watch out for subs.
Oh, belay the dribble, Binghamton. Now, where is the lovely Miss St. Clair? I flew down here to surprise her. I'm going to escort her to the party in style in my private plane.
Your private plane. You're going to... Isn't that nice, Elroy? Private plane.
Oh, yes, sir, but it's a shame she's stuck out on the 73 and won't be here.
Elroy, you talk to this man. You keep them zigzagging.
Did he say the 73? Do you mean you allowed Miss St. Clair to go out on a PT boat?
Well, I just for a little spin, Admiral.
Oh, yes, sir. Just a little trip over to Manitou Island, sir.
Manitou Island? Binghamton, didn't you read the intelligence report? A Japanese fleet unit is steaming toward Manitou Island right now.
Oh, no, poor Mimi.
Japanese fleet?
If anything happened to Miss St. Clair, the whole country will be on our necks.
Oh, I know. This is when we'll have to go and rescue her, Admiral.
Come on, let's take the 116 and see if we can get to Manitou before it's too late.
Well, Admiral, listen, I'm under secretary, and let me go with you, please, because she may be hurt. She may need me.
Now, don't be silly. You're just a woman. The Admiral and I can handle this.
You can't handle anything, Binghamton. You've done enough already. Come on, miss. You can probably be of some help. Certainly more than the captain here.
Admiral, she's all soft. I'm a man. I'm strong. I can push and lift and pull. Do I feel my muscle, Admiral?
That's just as I expected. That old lead bottom. There's a living thing on this crummy island. Come on, boys. We'll shove off and get back to Taratupa.
Hiya, shipmates.
Be quiet, will you? Can't see the skips talking.
For the love of...
What are you doing here?
Somebody pinch me, quick! It's Mimi St. Clair.
Female first class Mimi St. Clair reporting for duty.
All right, Miss Mimi St. Clair, first class. Now, what's the big idea? I thought I told you couldn't come along. Tinker, will you get on those engines quick?
Oh, Commander, how could a big, strong man like you get mad at a little bitty thing like me?
Because poor little itty-bitty thing like you can get great big us a big peck of trouble, that's why. Come on, Tink, let her rip.
That's Navy talk, but let's get the heck out of here.
Hey, Skip, there's something wrong. A distributor wire is missing.
What do you mean a distributor wire's missing? Hey, wait a minute. You.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, Commander, what in the world would I want with the wire from your silly little old whatchamacallit?
Actress stranded on island with bunch of sailors. Huh? How's that for publicity deal? Sounds pretty good, doesn't it, Mimi?
Oh, Commander, how could you possibly think such a thing? Well, I'm really crushed.
Yeah, I'll bet. Now, come on, hand it over.
Hey, Skip, there's an imp destroyer out there!
Holy jumping Hannah, we're sitting ducks. Now, look, will you give us that wire or you're going to be blown to smithereens?
Oh, yes, I never expected. Here, take it.
Come on, here you go. Take, let's go, buddy. Come on, you guys, man your battle station. That's Mr. Parker. Get her below and keep her down there.
Oh, yes, get me below, please. I had no idea. Oh, I don't want to get hurt. Oh!
Oh, boy, we better... Oh, don't worry, Skip. I got my hand well in the situation. I got the situation well in hand. You sure loved your last picture.
Come on, will you get... Christy, let's take her home. Heading 209.
Hey, Skip, message from Admiral Rogers aboard the 116.
Admiral Rogers? What's he doing out in the 116?
They're heading for Monaco Island to rescue us. He thinks we're still out there.
Oh, for crying out loud. Well, radio him back and tell him we're heading home.
Right.
And for Pete's sakes, will you tell him we got Mimi aboard, safe and sound?
Right, Skip.
Movie stars, lead bottom, Monaco, oh, brother.
Right, Skip. Had a little trouble securing my battle station.
Hey, Skip, look, the 116 boat beat us in.
Yeah. And boy, look at that mob scene.
Well, that's no mob scene, Quentin. That's the press, and they're all waiting for me, bless their pointed little pencils.
It's true, gentlemen, every word of it. While the 116 was being attacked by Japanese Zeros, this little lady was on board the entire action. The first American woman ever to participate in a naval engagement. Yeah.
Well, I really didn't do anything. I was in the cabin the whole time. I never stopped knitting the whole time. I never even helped pass the ammunition.
Oh. One more shot. Here we go. One more shot. All right, let's get a little sing. A little sing right over here.
Let me just fix my hair.
All right.
How's this?
All right. Good. That's so well.
She's a wonderful little lady, and I'm the one responsible for bringing her here. You see, my name's Binghamton. That's with a B. There's no P in the middle. It's Captain Wallace Burton Binghamton. I was born in a log cabin in Youngstown, Ohio.
Binghamton, will you please stop trying to horn in?
Well, this is good journalism.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure you gentlemen wanted to ask some questions of our little heroine.
Yes, all right, Admiral. Hey, let's get a picture with the Admiral and the doll.
Well, all right.
Oh, sure, look.
Mimi, I've got to get to her quick, and I can introduce her to the press. I made her shipwreck possible. Why shouldn't I share the headlines?
Hi, Captain. What's all the excitement about?
Mimi, they're taking pictures. We're not in them.
Not in them? What are you talking about?
That's that secretary of yours, that busybody. She takes a little boat ride. She comes back a big celebrity to sneak.
Well, we'll soon see about that. Oh, boys, it's me, Mimi, the shipwrecked movie star. Boy, have I got a story for you.
But now, wait a minute, Mimi. We don't want any publicity out of this.
McHale, you keep on. Who said we don't? Yoo-hoo, boys. It's me and Mimi.
What in place is that Binghamton? He'll do anything to get his picture in the paper.
And the same goes for that Mimi St. Clair.
Oh, really?
Hold it, Francis. Come on.
There we go. There we are. That's fine, son.
Yoo-hoo. Yeah. Oh, it's no use. All they're interested in is that darn secretary of yours to show off.
I'll take care of that. Here.
Hey!
You better get out of that water. It's off limits to civilians.
Help! Save me! I'm drowning!
One more now.
Well, don't just stand there, you big clunt. Save her. Oh, she's not drowning, Captain. Can't you see this is just a publicity stunt? All she wants to do is to attract those reporters. The reporter? Is that what they're going... wait for me. We'll share the headline.
No! You can't swim!
You're right. I can't swim. Hiya, Captain. We just came by to see how you were feeling. Oh, I just feel fit as a fiddle. Oh.
Dominic snapped. Todd returned a moment later, holding a lavender-scented envelope. The room went silent. Dominic stared at the letter like it was a live grenade. "Read it. Marcus, I mean. Dominic," Sterling urged. "Put this drama to bed." Dominic opened it with trembling fingers. "Dear Dominic, I am so sorry for the chaos. Your wife, Sienna, came to my house this morning. I told her the truth. I told her we've never met. I don't have a child. I was paid to lie by a friend I no longer speak to. I hope you can forgive the trouble." Dominic felt a weight lift off his chest. "She knows. Sienna knows I'm innocent." "Wait." Todd squinted at the letter. "Paid by a friend? I wonder which low-down friend would do that. Maybe someone who dates your ex-wife and hangs out in your studio every day?" Dominic looked at Sterling. Sterling looked at Bianca. Bianca looked at her kale wrap. But more importantly, Dominic's eyes narrowed. "Sienna told me this morning she trusted me. And then she went straight to that woman's house behind my back." "Ooh," Todd whispered. "The silverback is angry. Alert the authorities." Chapter 4. The Prank of Poetic Justice. When Dominic arrived home, he found the penthouse transformed. Sienna had lit candles, spread rose petals, and was wearing something that cost more than a Honda Civic. "Dominic, you're home," she said, her voice dripping with fake sweetness. "I just missed you so much today." "Da," she said. "Did you?" Dominic asked, leaning against the doorframe. "Anything exciting happen?" Same old, she lied, her eyes darting toward her purse where the private investigator's photos were hidden. Dominic decided it was time for a lesson. He sat on the sofa and let out a heavy, dramatic sigh. He buried his face in his hands. "Babe? What's wrong?" Sienna asked, rushing to his side. "I can't do it anymore, Sienna. The guilt is eating me alive." Sienna froze. "Guilt? What guilt?" I lied. Dominic sobbed. He had always been a good actor. It's why he was on TV. "I did sleep with Saraphina." "And the baby? It's mine. The DNA test came back today. I even told her to lie to you if you ever showed up at her house. But I can't live like this." The transformation in Sienna was instantaneous. The new woman vanished. The trusting wife evaporated. "Have you lost your damn mind?" she screamed, reaching for a decorative vase. "You come into this house and tell me what?" "You did what?" "I don't care what I just said about trust. You think you're gonna work this out?" "I'll work your head out with this vase." "Aha!" Dominic jumped up, pointing at her. "Gotcha." Sienna stopped mid-swing. "What?" Dominic pulled out the lavender letter. "I got the letter from Saraphina, Sienna. She told me you came over. You told me you trusted me this morning, but you went to her house anyway. You lied to me." Sienna looked at the vase, then at Dominic, then at the letter. She slowly put the vase down. "Okay. So maybe I verified a little bit." "A little bit?" "You were about to commit a felony." "I'm sorry, Dominic. I go crazy. You know me." She lunged at him, but not to hit him. She started hugging him, climbing on him like a koala. I'm sorry. Don't leave me. Get off me, Sienna. You're crazy. I'm riding you until you forgive me," she yelled, as they tumbled onto the sofa. Suddenly, the elevator opened. Auntie Val and Leo walked in. "Oh, Lord," Val sighed, shielding Leo's eyes. "Here they go again. I'm going to the kitchen." "Leo, go to your room." "Is that the legend playing?" Leo asked, grinning. "Sounds like a lot of hing to me." Chapter 5. Peaches and the Forbidden Leaf. The next morning, the Thorne household hit a new level of crisis. Sienna was in the kitchen, trying to be a top chef to make up for the vase swinging incident. Auntie Val was watching her with deep concern. Sienna, stop. "You're gonna burn the water," Val said. "I have to make it up to him, Val. I burned his clothes last time. I thought he cheated." "Well, you better pray," Val said, "and maybe get your mind off it." "Speaking of minds, I'm going to my room. I'm tired." Val looked pale. Sienna noticed, but she was too distracted by her own drama. A few hours later, Dominic came home early. He looked like he'd seen a ghost. In his hand, he held a small, perfectly rolled cigarette. "Sienna." "Look," he whispered. "What is that, a joint?" "Dominic, are you smoking the devil's lettuce again? You were crazy in college on that stuff." "It's not mine. I found it in the hallway, outside Leo's room." Sienna's face went white. "Leo? Our son? My baby? No. No. I refuse to have a crackhead as a child. It's weed, Sienna, not crack. It's the gateway, Dominic. I won't have a son named Peaches." "Sienna, calm down. We don't know the truth. I'm planning an intervention. I'm going to the library. For the next 4 hours." Sienna consumed every book on juvenile delinquency. When Leo walked in from school, he found his parents sitting in the dark. A TV playing a grainy 1980s anti-drug PSA. "Hey guys," Leo said, sounding suspiciously cheerful. "What's cracking? I'm flying high today." "Flying high?" Sienna shrieked. He admitted it. "He's Peaches." "Mom, what are you talking about? I got an A on my history test." "I'm flying high on success." Dominic held up the joint. "Then explain this." "Leo, found it. Outside your door." Leo's eyes went wide. That ain't mine." "Don't lie to us," Dominic yelled. "Go to your room. Now." As Leo trudged upstairs, muttering about calling Child Protective Services, Auntie Val emerged from the shadows. She looked at the joint, then at the furious parents. "It's mine," Val said quietly. Silence. The kind of silence that happens right before a building implodes. "Auntie Val?" Sienna whispered. "You're Peaches? Stop calling me that. The doctor prescribed it for me. I've been going through chemotherapy. Sienna, I have a little cancer." The anger in the room evaporated instantly, replaced by a crushing guilt. Sienna burst into tears. "Val, why didn't you tell us?" "Because I didn't want to fuss. I'm not dead yet. I'm just trying to survive the treatments." Dominic hugged the old woman. "We're here for you, Val. Anything you need." "What I need," Val said, her wit returning, "is for you to go upstairs and apologize to that boy. And for Sienna to never, ever cook breakfast again. That's the real health hazard in this house." Chapter 6. The Dinner Party from Hell. A week later, Sienna decided to host a dinner party. The goal: to fix up Ruby, who was currently spiraling because she had gone back to her toxic ex, a man everyone referred to as the human red flag. "I've invited 2 great guys," Sienna told Clara. "One is a high school football coach named Billy, and the other is a police officer named Scotty. Ruby's gonna hate this," Clara warned. "She needs a good man, not that red flag." The door opened, and in walked Sterling and Bianca. "Why are they here?" Sienna hissed at Dominic. "Sterling's my partner. I couldn't not invite him." Then came Ruby, looking stunning but ready for a fight. "Sienna, really? A cop? You know I have outstanding parking tickets." The dinner was a disaster from the first course. Billy and Scotty, the good men, turned out to be the most judgmental humans on the planet. "So, Ruby," Billy said, eyeing her plate. Do you often eat 3 portions of mac and cheese? I'm a coach. I'm all about health. Ruby froze, her fork halfway to her mouth. In the kitchen, Scotty was talking to Dominic. I hope you're not trying to hook me up with that sister out there. It would take a crane to lift that situation. They didn't realize the walls were thin. They didn't realize Ruby was standing right behind the swinging door. Ruby didn't cry. She didn't scream. She walked into the kitchen, grabbed a bottle of the $1,500 wine, and looked them dead in the eye. Let me tell you bitch-ass fool something, Ruby said, her voice a calm, terrifying rumble. You'd be lucky to have a woman like me. I hold my man down. I handle my business. You two are good men on paper, but you're trash in person. Go to hell, both of you. She turned to Sienna. And I better have a to-go play tomorrow, Angie. I'm out. As Ruby stormed out, Sienna felt like a failure. But then, she looked at Dominic. He was defending Ruby, literally pushing the 2 men toward the door. Get out, Dominic said. Nobody talks about our friends like that. Chapter 7. The Gay Husband Ruse. The final layer of the torn mess involved Sebastian, Sienna's best friend from college. Sebastian was tall, gorgeous, and currently in town, looking for a penthouse. When Dominic saw Sebastian, he immediately looked suspicious. Who is this guy? Dominic whispered to Sienna. Oh, that's Sebastian. He's my gay husband from college, Sienna lied smoothly. Totally harmless. He's into, drapes and swatches. Dominic relaxed. Oh, okay. Welcome, Sebastian. For 3 days, Dominic was the perfect host. He even let Sebastian take Sienna out dancing until 3 a.m. Every girl needs a gay bestie, Dominic would say, feeling very progressive. But at the studio, Sterling broke the news. Dominic, man, Sebastian isn't gay. He was the biggest player in our frat. He tried to hit on every girl in the tri-state area. Dominic's eyes turned into saucers. What? Yeah. Sienna told you that so she could hang out with him without you getting jealous. It's an old college trick. Dominic didn't get angry. He got even. That night, when Sienna and Sebastian returned from shoe shopping, they found Dominic waiting with a guest. Sebastian. Glad you're back, Dominic said, a wicked glint in his eye. I want you to meet Frank. Frank was 6'8", 280 pounds, and worked security at the studio. He was wearing a tight leather vest. Frank is looking for a friend. Sebastian, Dominic smiled. And since you're so into drapes, I thought you two could go for a nightcap. Frank just got out of prison for crimes of passion, but he's a real cuddler. Sebastian turned pale. Sienna started coughing. Dominic. Sebastian stammerte. I'm not. I mean. Frank is a bit big. Oh, don't be shy. Frank loves a man with good muscle tone. Go on, feel his biceps, Sebastian. Sebastian looked at Frank, who winked at him. I'm not gay. Sebastian finally screamed. Dominic burst out laughing. I know, and I know you lied, Sienna. You think I'm that easy to fool? Sienna sighed, throwing her purse on the table. Fine, he's straight. But we've never been intimate. Men and women can be friends, Dominic. Maybe, Dominic said, pulling her close. But next time, don't try to hook my friends up with ex-cons. Chapter 8. The Proposal Paradox. The final act of the Manhattan mess fell upon Arthur and Clara. Arthur, a man who feared commitment more than he feared a market crash, had finally bought a ring. But because the Tornes lived in a state of constant confusion, the ring ended up in the wrong hands. Sienna found it in Dominic's gym bag and thought he was proposing a vow renewal. Clara found it in Arthur's pocket and thought he was finally manning up. At the final dinner of the season, Arthur stood up. He looked at Clara. He opened his mouth. Clara, I've been thinking about how much I hate being tied down. The table went silent. But, Arthur continued, I've realized I hate being without you more. Will you? Wait, Clara interrupted, her face red. Is this because it's that time of the month for me? Are you proposing because I'm sensitive right now? The men at the table groaned in unison. Man, Lo. I wasn't, Arthur defended. I'm trying to give you a $50,000 diamond. Is it a conflict diamond? Ruby asked, still eating her to-go plate. In the end, despite the thin walls, the legend of love music, the weed-smoking housekeepers, the fake gay best friends, and the rumors of secret babies, the group stood together on the balcony, overlooking the Manhattan skyline. We're a mess, Sienna said, leaning her head on Dominic's shoulder. Yeah, Dominic agreed, looking at his crazy friends and his complicated wife. But we're a gilded mess, and I wouldn't have it any other way. From the penthouse above them, the deep, rumbling voice of the legend of love began to play. Leo Thorne looked up from his iPad. Here we go again. Auntie Val. Get the earplugs. The End. The Velvet District. Chronicles. Love, Lies, and Larry White. Prologue. The thin walls of suburbia, in the affluent, manicured neighborhood of Silver Oaks. Silence was a luxury that Xavier and Zora's household simply couldn't afford. It wasn't just the booming bass of the local teenagers or the leaf blowers at 6 a.m. It was the house itself, built with the aesthetic of a palace, but the acoustic integrity of a wet paper bag. Every whisper, sigh, and soul-inflected melody echoed through the vents like a broadcast from a pirate radio station. 14-year-old Leo sat at the breakfast table, poking at a stack of pancakes that looked far more enthusiastic than he felt. He had the ears of a bat, according to his grandmother, which was a curse when your parents were going through a passionate phase. I didn't want to hear it, Leo muttered to the empty air of the kitchen, but I kinda wanted to hear it. Actually, no, I definitely didn't. Nonna Rose, the family's mainstay and unofficial regulator of all things chaotic, bustled in, her apron smelling of lavender and old-school discipline. You shouldn't have been listening, boy. Privacy is a holy thing. Privacy doesn't exist when the vents are playing the greatest hits of 1978. Nonna, Leo retorted. I knew it. If I hear that deep, rumbling baritone, I know they're gonna come down smiling like they won the lottery, singing Larry White songs. Nonna Rose paused, a spatula midair. Who on earth is Larry White? You know, Leo said, imitating a voice so deep it vibrated the syrup on his plate. The old dude with the real D voice. I love you, baby. I need you, baby, baby. Nonna Rose let out a bark of laughter. It's Barry White, you illiterate child. Barry. And if your father is trying to talk that low, he's gonna need a throat lozenge and a prayer. Whatever his name is, Leo sighed. He's the harbinger of peace. If Larry or Barry is singing, Mom isn't burning Dad's clothes in the driveway. It's a delicate ecosystem. Just then, the heavy footsteps of Xavier descended the stairs. He wasn't singing. He wasn't smiling. He wasn't smiling. In fact, he looked like a man who had spent the night sleeping on a very expensive, very uncomfortable decorative rug. Uh-oh, Leo whispered. He ain't smiling. Larry White has left the building. Chapter 1. The Trust Verification Protocol. The atmosphere in the kitchen turned from comedic to clinical the moment Xavier sat down. Zora followed shortly after, her heels clicking on the hardwood like a firing squad. She was a vision in silk and indignation. How was your night, Dad? Leo asked, treading on conversational eggshells. Good, Xavier lied. It was a professional lie, the kind he used when his sports team was down by 30 points at halftime. Where's Mom? She's right here. Zora snapped, though her eyes remained fixed on her coffee as if she were trying to boil it with her mind. I slept late. It was a choice. Leo leaned in, whispering to his father. Xavier cleared his throat, looking everywhere but at his son. But there is a literal great wall of China made of decorative pillows between us. Leo groaned. Look, Dad, the walls are thin. When I don't hear that Teddy Pendergrass playing, it's Teddy! Xavier and Zora shouted in unison. Him too. Leo threw his hands up. The point is, When the music stops, the giggling stops. And when the giggling stops, I have to walk to school in a house that feels like a frozen tundra. Why don't you just make it up? Tell her you didn't do it. I have told her, Xavier groaned. I've told her for 3 days straight. I do not know a Saraphina moon. I have never been to her house. I do not have a secret love child in the suburbs of Atlanta. Zora finally looked up, her gaze icy. Trust, Xavier. It's a beautiful concept, but I prefer the Russian method. Trust, but verify. And since Saraphina Moon sent a very detailed, albeit poorly spelled DM to my business account, I have a few things to verify. Verify what? My sanity? Xavier stood up. I'm going to the studio. At least the athletes only scream at me when I'm wrong. You scream at me because of a ghost. As Xavier exited, Zora turned to her phone. She didn't see a ghost. She saw a mission. Ruby? She said into the phone, her voice dropping into tactical mode. Get the car ready. We're going to the address. And bring the Vaseline. Not for my skin, for my knuckles. Chapter 2. Lady Z's Palace of Drama. The Velvet District was the heartbeat of the city's elite. And at its center was Lady Z's Palace of Beauty. It was more than a salon. It was a sanctuary where secrets were traded like currency. And the hair dryers provided the perfect white noise for conspiracy. Ruby, Zora's best friend, and a woman whose personality was 40% sass and 60% loyalty, was already there, rearranging the nail polish rack with aggressive precision. You really going over there? Ruby asked as Zora stormed in. I have to, Ruby. I've been through too much with Xavier to let some Instagram hussy destroy my peace. If there's a kid, I need to see the ears. If he's got Xavier's ears, the house is going up in flames. Literally. Zora. Honey, you already burnt his car last year, Ruby reminded her. And his vintage sneaker collection. The insurance company has you on a watch list. Minor details. Zora waved her hand. This is about the sanctity of marriage. Just then, Bianca, the salon's sophisticated manager, walked in with a man who looked like he had stepped off the cover of a rugged and refined magazine. He carried blueprints and a level of confidence that made the air in the room feel heavy. Zora, this is Dante, Bianca introduced. He's the lead contractor for the expansion. He's the best in the city, though his bid was, shall we say, premium. Zora froze. She looked at Dante. Dante looked at Zora. A slow, predatory smirk spread across his face. I can start right now, Dante said, his voice a smooth silk. Zora's eyes narrowed. Do I know you? 14 years ago, Dante leaned against the reception desk. A college party in New Orleans. A night of jazz, bad decisions, and a very specific brand of fire that only you possess. You didn't remember? I'm hurt. I've thought about that night every time I hammer a nail. Ruby dropped a bottle of midnight crimson polish. Oh, Lord. The plot thickens like a cheap gravy. I am a happily married woman, Zora hissed, her face flushing. I don't remember you because you were clearly forgettable. Keep it professional, Dante. Fix the wall. Don't try to break mine. As Dante walked into the back to measure the load-bearing walls, he whispered to Bianca. She remembers. She's just a better actor than she was a dancer back then. Zora turned to Ruby, her voice trembling. He cannot be here. If Xavier sees him, Xavier is too busy dealing with Saraphina Moon to worry about a ghost from New Orleans, Ruby said. But girl, you really were wild in college, weren't you? I was young, Zora defended, and it was one night. Now, let's go. I have a Saraphina to confront before my husband gets home and tries to sing Barry White again. Chapter 3. The Truth in the Suburbs. The drive to the outskirts of the city was silent, save for the GPS's monotonous directions. Zora sat in the passenger seat of Ruby's SUV, her mind a whirlwind of Dante's smirk and Xavier's tired eyes. When they pulled up to the modest suburban home, Zora didn't wait. She marched up the path and pounded on the door. A woman opened it, Saraphina Moon. She looked nothing like the vamp Zora had imagined. She looked tired, wearing a stained sweatshirt and holding a toddler who was currently trying to eat a crayon. Are you Saraphina? Zora asked, her voice surprisingly steady. Yes, the woman said, looking confused. I'm Zora Williams, Xavier's wife. The woman's face went pale. Oh, no. I was gonna call you. Show me the kid, Zora demanded. She looked at the toddler. He had bright blue eyes and blonde curls. Unless Xavier had some very recessive Viking genes hidden in his DNA, this wasn't his child. I lied. Saraphina blurted out, tears welling up. I'm sorry. I don't even know your husband. I saw him on TV. I was desperate. A friend of mine, someone I'm not even friends with anymore, told me I could get a settlement if I targeted a public figure. She said Xavier was soft and would pay to keep it quiet. Zora felt the air leave her lungs. Not out of anger, but out of a crushing, suffocating guilt. You put my marriage through hell for a payday? Zora's voice was a whisper. I'm sorry, Seraphina sobbed. I'll write a letter. I'll tell the truth. Just don't call the police. Zora turned and walked back to the car. She didn't feel like a victor. She felt like the villain in her own story. Well? Ruby asked, as Zora climbed in. He was telling the truth, Ruby. He was telling the truth the whole time, and I burned his car. And his clothes. And I called his boss and told him Xavier had a secret family in Idaho. Zora put her head in her hands. I'm in deep, Ruby. I'm in so deep. Chapter 4. The dinner party from hell. A few days later, the guilt was still eating Zora alive. To compensate, she decided to throw a dinner party. She also had another mission. Fix up Ruby. Ruby had been single for too long, drifting back toward a bad boy ex named Tommy's dad. A man who had the charm of a snake and the financial stability of a sandcastle. Xavier was skeptical. You want me to invite my single friends? Zora, my friends are all either degenerate gamblers or men who think dating is an Olympic sport. Just find someone decent, Xavier. Someone for Ruby. She needs a good man. The night of the party, the house was filled with the aroma of gumbo and the tension of a ticking time bomb. Dominic and Kiki arrived first. Kiki was dressed in a gown that looked like it was made for a red carpet, while Dominic looked like he wanted to be anywhere else. Why is she here? Zora whispered to Bianca. She's redecorating his life. Bianca sighed. It's a mess. Then came the suitors. Xavier had brought Billy, a police officer with a permanent scowl, and Sterling had brought Scotty, a high school football coach who seemed to be in a permanent state of bro mode. Ruby arrived, looking radiant, in a vibrant yellow dress that showcased every curve. Who are the snacks? Ruby whispered to Zora. Billy and Scotty, Zora pointed. Pick your poison. The dinner was a disaster from the first bite. Billy spent the entire time talking about asset forfeiture, and Scotty couldn't stop checking his fantasy football lineup, but the real explosion happened when the men went to the kitchen for more beer. Zora, lingering near the door, heard Scotty's voice. Man, Xavier, I thought you said we were gonna meet some fine chicks. You didn't say it was a 2-for-1 deal with that sister in the yellow? Yeah, Billy chimed in, laughing. The room went silent. But it wasn't Xavier who spoke up. It was Ruby. She had been standing right behind them, holding an empty gravy boat. Let me tell you something, you bitch-ass fools, Ruby said, her voice a low, dangerous rumble. You'd be lucky to have a woman like me. I hold my man down. I'm the prize. And you two look like the before pictures in a clearance rack ad. You can take your bad attitudes and your asset forfeiture and get the hell out of this house. She turned to Zora. Angie, I don't need your help. I love all of this that God made. And Marcus? Your friends are trash. Ruby marched out, grabbing a chicken drumstick on her way. And I better have a to-go plate on the porch tomorrow morning. Xavier looked at his friends, then at Zora. Well, that went well. Chapter 5. The Peaches Incident. The drama shifted from the dining room to the laundry room a week later. Zora was tidying up when she found it a perfectly rolled, pungent green cigarette tucked into the fold of Leo's school hoodie. Her heart stopped. Xavier, ex-Xavier. Xavier ran in, thinking the house was on fire. What? What is it? Our son is a crackhead, Zora wailed, holding the joint like it was a live grenade. Zora, that is a joint, not a crack pipe. Calm down. It's a gateway drug, Xavier. First it's the Mary Jane, then it's the heroin. Then he's on a street corner with no teeth, scratching his neck and calling himself Peaches. I refuse to have a son named Peaches. Xavier tried to suppress a laugh. Peaches? Where do you get this stuff? My uncle Harold. They call him Peaches now. He was a deacon, Xavier. A deacon. Now he lives in a van and thinks he's a backup dancer for Janet Jackson. They confronted Leo the moment he stepped off the bus. Leo, sit down, Xavier said, trying to be the cool dad, while Zora paced in the background like a caged tiger. Is there anything interesting happening at school? Anything. Smokey? I got an A on my chemistry test, Leo said, looking confused. I'm flying high, Dad. Flying high? Zora screamed. He admitted it. He's stoned right now. Mom, what are you talking about? This. Zora shoved the joint in his face. We found it in your hallway. That's not mine, Leo shouted. I swear, I don't smoke. Then whose is it? Xavier asked, his voice hardening. It didn't walk into the house on its own. The argument was interrupted by Nonna Rose, who walked in leaning heavily on her cane. She looked at the joint, then at the frantic parents, and then at the terrified teenager. Give me that, Nonna Rose said, snatching the joint from Zora's hand. Nonna, don't touch it. You'll get a contact high, Zora cried. Be quiet, Zora. Nonna Rose snapped. It's mine. The room fell into a silence so profound you could hear the neighbor's sprinkler system. Yours? Xavier choked out. I've been taking chemotherapy, Nonna Rose said, her voice softening. For the cancer. I didn't want to tell y'all. I didn't want a fuss. The treatments make me so nauseous I can't even look at a biscuit. The doctor, he suggested the medical marijuana to calm my stomach. It works. Zora collapsed into a chair, the Peach's panic evaporating into a cloud of shame. Nonna, why didn't you say anything? We're family. Because I'm a woman of dignity, Nonna Rose said. And I knew if I told you, Zora, you'd have me in a bubble-wrap suit within the hour. Now, Leo, I'm sorry I let it fall out of my pocket. You're a good boy. Leo looked at his parents. So, no military school. And can I get a PlayStation for the emotional trauma of being called Peaches? Go to your room, Leo, Xavier sighed. Chapter 6. The gay husband gambit. As the expansion of the salon continued, Dante's presence became a thorn in Zora's side. He was too charming, too helpful, and too aware of her past. To make matters worse, an old friend from college, Nick, arrived in town. Nick was gorgeous. He was 6'2", had a smile that could end wars, and was Zora's absolute best friend. The problem? In college, Zora had told Xavier that Nick was gay so she could hang out with him without Xavier getting jealous. Nick is in town, Zora chirped at dinner. We're going dancing tonight. Xavier narrowed his eyes. Nick? The gay Nick? Yes, baby. My gay husband. You know how we are. We just want to look at shoes and talk about drapes. Nakali, drapes. But Xavier wasn't the same naive college kid. He had been talking to Dominic and Sterling. Hey, Xavier, Dominic had told him earlier that day. You know Nick isn't gay, right? He was the biggest player at state. He hit on everything with a pulse. Xavier's blood boiled, but he decided to play the long game. That night, when Zora and Nick returned from dancing, smelling of expensive cocktails and laughter, Xavier was waiting in the living room. How was it, guys? Xavier asked, his voice dripping with faux sincerity. Oh, man, it was great, Nick said, oblivious to the trap. Zora still has the best moves in the city. Wistaranase, Wazami, I bet, Xavier said. So, Nick, since you're such a catch and you're single, I have someone I want to introduce you to. His name is Frank, Big Frank. Nick blinked. Frank? Yeah, Xavier grinned. He's a security guard at the studio. He's 6'8", weighs 300 pounds, and he's looking for a sensitive friend to cuddle with. He just got out of prison for attempted murder of his last lover, but he's really turned a corner. He's on his way over right now. He just got his back and legs waxed for the occasion. Nick's face turned a shade of grey. Xavier, man, I don't think Frank is my type. Why not? He loves to cuddle. He's a spooner. Xavier leaned in. Unless you're not into guys, Nick? Zora tried to intervene. Baby, maybe Frank is too intense? No, Xavier said, pulling out his phone. He's outside. I can see his truck. He's got "I love cuddling" painted on the tailgate. Okay, stop, Nick yelled. I'm not gay. I've never been gay. Zora made it up so we could hang out. Xavier stood up, his height suddenly very imposing. I know. I've known for 10 minutes. And Zora, if you ever try to gaze on another man to hide him from me, I'm going to invite Big Frank over for real, and he's going to be staying in the guest room. Zora looked at the floor. I didn't want the drama. The drama is what happens when you lie, Zora, Xavier said, though he couldn't hide a small smirk. Now, Nick, get out. Before I call Frank for real, I think he actually is looking for a friend. Chapter 7. The Proposal Predicament. The final chaos of the season centered around Bianca and Sterling. They were the perfect couple, on paper, successful, beautiful, and stable. But Sterling was feeling the pressure of forever. Dominic and Kiki had just announced they were getting married in a whirlwind, impulsive ceremony. Kiki wanted 22 Clydesdales, 5,000 doves, and a puff of white smoke. It's a setup for failure, Xavier whispered to Sterling as they looked at engagement rings. A prenup is a must, especially with a woman like Kiki, who thinks budget is a type of car rental. Sterling was torn. He loved Bianca, but he loved their freedom. One night, at a high-end restaurant, Sterling nervously pulled a box from his pocket. Bianca's eyes went wide. She had been having a moment all day, emotional, irritable, and craving pickles. Bianca, Sterling stuttered. I've been thinking a lot about us. About how we work. Sterling, Bianca interrupted, her voice shaking. I've been thinking too, and I'm tired. I'm weary, boss. I'm just so tired. Tired of what? Of the expectation. Everyone wants us to be the one. But what if we're just the now? I don't want to be tied down. I don't want the ball and chain. Sterling paused, the ring halfway out of the box. So, you don't want to marry me? I didn't say that. I'm just emotional. Sterling, in a moment of pure, unadulterated masculine stupidity, looked at his watch. Wait, what's the date? Is it that time of the month? You're always a little sensitive. When the moon is full. Bianca. The restaurant went silent. Even the waiter stopped mid-pour. Bianca's eyes turned into twin flames. Did you just mention my cycle? At a dinner? In public? To explain away my feelings? It's an alert. Sterling defended, digging his own grave with a silver spoon. It's man law. I'm just acknowledging the hormonal shift. There is no man law that will save you now, Sterling, Bianca hissed. She stood up, her dignity a towering presence. You aren't ready for marriage. You aren't even ready for a goldfish. I'm going home. And don't follow me. I might be sensitive, but my aim with a heavy purse is perfect. She stormed out, leaving Sterling with the bill and a very expensive diamond ring. Xavier, watching from a nearby table with Zora, leaned over. Mayday, mayday. He's crashing and burning, Zora sighed, leaning her head on Xavier's shoulder. No, Xavier smiled, kissing her forehead. It's Barry, Zora laughed, and as the lights dimmed in the Velvet District, the music of Barry White began to play through the vents of their suburban palace, signaling that for one night, at least, the fire was only in the fireplace. Epilogue. Weeks later, the salon expansion was finished. Dante moved on to his next project, leaving behind a beautifully crafted wall and a memory that Zora finally tucked away for good. Ruby found a new guy, A quiet librarian who didn't care about 2 for-ons. And Nonna Rose, healthy and vibrant, continued to rule the house with an iron fist and a hidden stash of medicinal herbs. Life in the Velvet District was never quiet, never simple, and always one Larry White song away from a beautiful, hilarious disaster. Emerald Heights. Rumors, Razors, and the Ring. Chapter 1. The Barry White Barrier. The walls of the Sterling Manor in Emerald Heights were high, ivory-painted, and supposedly soundproof, but to 16-year-old Dante Sterling, they were about as thick as a sheet of wet tissue paper. Dante sat at the breakfast island, poking at a bowl of soggy cereal, his ears pricked like a Doberman's. From the master suite upstairs, a low, vibrating rumble descended. It wasn't the plumbing. It wasn't a thunderstorm. It was the velvety, subterranean baritone of Barry White. "Oh no," Dante whispered, dropping his spoon. "Not the walrus of love. Not today. You shouldn't be eavesdropping, boy," came a sharp voice from the kitchen. Mama Bea, the Sterling's housekeeper and the unofficial grand matriarch of the household, was busy scrubbing a pan with enough vigor to strip the Teflon. She was a woman who smelled of lavender and unspoken and judgment. "I'm not trying to listen, Mama Bea," Dante protested. "But when that bass drops, you know what's coming. They're gonna come down here smiling, giggling, and singing about my first, my last, my everything. It's traumatizing. Who is this Larry White?" Mama Bea asked, intentionally mispronouncing the name to annoy him. "Barry, Mama Bea. Barry. The big dude with the voice that sounds like melted chocolate and silk." "Well," Mama Bear shrugged, "if they're singing, they ain't swinging. Be grateful for small mercies." Just then, the heavy tread of footsteps echoed on the stairs. Xavier Sterling, a former star athlete turned top-tier sports commentator, entered the kitchen. He looked sharp, too sharp. His silk tie was perfectly knotted, and there was a suspicious, post-reconciliation glow on his face. "Morning, champ," Xavier said, clapping Dante on the shoulder. "Ready for that calculus final?" "Yeah, Dad." "Sure," Dante said, eyeing his father suspiciously. "Where's Mom?" "She's coming down." "Slept late." Xavier's grin widened. "Slept late? That's a good sign, isn't it?" Dante smirked, leaning in. "Does that mean y'all finally stopped fighting about that Saraphina moon woman?" Xavier's smile faltered. "Son, look, your mother and we're working on it." "Dad, look me in the eye," Dante said, mimicking a noir detective. "I told you these walls are thin. When I hear that Teddy Pendergrass or the Barry White playlist starting up, I know the peace treaty has been signed. But then you come down here giggling like a schoolgirl, and Mom comes right behind you huffing and puffing. It's confusing for a kid's psyche." "The bus is here, Dante," Xavier said, pointedly checking his watch. "Go. Study. Stop analyzing your parents' bedroom acoustics." As Dante scrambled out the door, Sienna Sterling drifted into the kitchen. She was the owner of the Gilded Comb, the most prestigious salon in Seattle, and currently the most suspicious wife in the Pacific Northwest. "Good morning, Marcus, Xavier." She caught herself, still annoyed. "I've been thinking all night." "That explains the smoke I smelled coming from the master bedroom," Xavier teased, trying to pull her into a hug. Sienna held up a hand. "I've decided to trust you. I'm going to believe that you did not, in fact, spend the night at the Starlight Motel with Saraphina Moon. I'm letting it go." "Sienna," Xavier let out a breath he seemed to have been holding for weeks. "Sienna, thank you. You have no idea how long I've waited to hear that. I love you." "I love you too," Sienna said, her voice dropping an octave. "But remember, trust, but verify. I'm a Christian woman, Xavier, but I'm also a woman who knows where the gasoline and matches are kept." Chapter 2. The Gilded Comb and the Ghost of College Past. The Gilded Comb was more than a salon. It was a sanctuary, a courtroom, and a newsroom, all rolled into one. The air was thick with the scent of high-end hairspray and the spicy aroma of Tasha's lunch. Tasha, Sienna's lead stylist, was currently holding court. She was a woman of significant presence, who believed that a loud voice was the only way to ensure the truth was heard. "I'm telling you, Elena," Tasha said to Elena Hart, a sophisticated real estate agent and Sienna's best friend. "It's too fast. Sienna says she trusts him. Please, it would take a choir of angels and a written apology from the Pope for that girl to let go of a cheating rumor." Sienna walked in, radiant and deceptively calm. "Morning, ladies. The expansion is officially starting today. Malik and his crew should be here any minute." "Malik?" Elena's eyebrows shot up. "The contractor? The one you know, back in college?" Sienna's face went blank. "I have no idea what you're talking about. He's a professional. He gave the best bid." "Honey," Tasha chimed in, "that man is fine enough to make a blind woman see. You're telling me you don't remember that one-night stand at the Delta Sigma party 14 years ago? It was a different time." "I was wild. I was in college," Sienna hissed. "And for the record, I don't remember him at all." The door chimes rang, and in walked Malik. He was tall, broad-shouldered, and wore a tool belt like it was a piece of high fashion. He looked at Sienna, and a slow, knowing smirk spread across his face. "Sienna Sterling," Malik said, his voice a deep rumble. "Good to see you again. Though, I see you still have that habit of pretending you don't know people when you're embarrassed." "I am a happily married woman, Malik," Sienna said, her voice trembling slightly. "Professional is my middle name," Malik laughed. "But for the record, I'd never forget a night like that. You were memorable." Tasha leaned over to Elena. "Memorable? Lord, give me strength." Xavier is at the studio, thinking he's the king of the castle, and the emperor of college past just walked into the salon with a sledgehammer. Chapter 3. The Saraphina investigation. Despite her peace treaty with Xavier, Sienna couldn't help herself. By noon, she had the address of Saraphina Moon, the woman rumored to be Xavier's mistress. "I'm going over there," Sienna announced to the salon. "I need to put this to bed." "Oh, I'm coming with you," Tasha shouted, grabbing her purse. "I'll bring the Vaseline, in case things get physical. I don't want no scratches on my face. Nobody is fighting," Sienna insisted. "Honey," Elena sighed, "whenever you say it's gonna be Martin Luther King, it ends up being Malcolm X by any means necessary. I'll drive." They arrived at a modest apartment complex on the outskirts of the city. Sienna knocked on the door with the cadence of a SWAT team. A young woman, looking exhausted and holding a toddler, opened the door. "Are you Saraphina Moon?" Sienna asked, her voice tight. "Yes," the woman replied tentatively. Sienna launched into a speech about dignity, marriage, and the sanctity of the Sterling household. Tasha stood behind her, making intimidating faces and occasionally flexing her biceps. The woman listened, bewildered, for 5 minutes before interrupting. "Mom, I don't know who Xavier Sterling is. I've never met him. I'm a dental hygienist. I don't even like sports." Sienna froze. "What?" "I was paid," Seraphina admitted, looking down. "A woman I used to be friends with. She said it was a prank for a reality show." The silence in the hallway was deafening. "Vanessa Thorne," Sienna whispered. "Xavier's business partner's girlfriend." "That snake." "See?" Tasha said, suddenly pivoting. "I told you he was innocent. Now, can we go?" Chapter 4. The counter prank and the Peaches incident. Back at the studio, Xavier was celebrating his new contract with his partner, Julian Vance. Julian was a calm, collected man who was currently dating the snake herself, Vanessa Thorne. "Man, things are finally looking up," Xavier said, sipping a ginger ale. "Sienna trusts me. The show is a hit." And just then, Todd, the studio's bumbling intern, ran in holding a letter. "Mr. Sterling, this just got dropped off. It's from a Saraphina Moon." Xavier read the letter aloud. It was an apology, explaining the whole prank. Julian looked uncomfortable as Xavier's eyes narrowed. "So Vanessa put her up to this?" Xavier asked, his voice dangerously low. My own partner's woman tried to blow up my marriage? Look, Xavier, she's intense. Julian tried to apologize. She's just competitive. Intense? She's a demon in a Chanel suit, Xavier snapped. But you know what? Sienna went to see this woman today. She lied to me. She told me she trusted me. But then she went behind my back to investigate. Two can play at this game. That evening, Sienna prepared a romantic dinner. She had candles, roses, and a heartfelt apology ready. When Xavier walked in, she threw herself into his arms. Xavier, I'm so sorry. I went to see that woman, and she told me everything. I'm so sorry I didn't believe you. I'll never fly off the handle again. I promise. Xavier looked at her, his face a mask of tragic sorrow. He let out a fake sob. It's too late, Sienna. Sienna. What? Why? Because, Xavier said, wiping away a non-existent tear, I lied too. I did sleep with her. And that's my baby. The DNA test came back today. I've already told her to move into the guest house. Sienna's face went through 3 shades of purple. The Martin Luther King facade crumbled instantly. She grabbed a decorative vase. You did? What? I'll kill you. I'll burn this house down with you in it. Xavier started laughing so hard he fell onto the sofa. Gotcha. I got the letter, Sienna. I knew you went over there. Sienna stood there, vase aloft, breathing like a marathon runner. You think that's funny? You almost met your creator, Xavier Sterling. It was a lesson in trust, baby. Xavier gasped, still laughing. Now, put the vase down and let's eat. Chapter 5. The Case of the Green Gobbler. The next morning, the house was quiet until Sienna found something in the upstairs hallway. It was a small, hand-rolled cigarette, a joint. Xavier, she screamed. Xavier ran out of the bathroom, half-shaved. What? Is there a fire? Worse. Drugs, in my house, near my son's room. Sienna held the joint like it was a live grenade. Dante is a drug addict. My baby is going to be a crackhead. Sienna, it's a joint. It's not crack, Xavier sighed. It's a gateway drug, Xavier. Next thing you know, he'll be selling his teeth for a rock. He'll be living on the street, scratching his neck, calling himself Peaches. Peaches? My Uncle Harold. He did the drugs, and now they call him Peaches. I won't have a son named Peaches. They cornered Dante as he came down for breakfast. Dante Sterling, Sienna said, her voice trembling with dramatic flair. Is there kush in your foundation? Are you a job turkey? What? Dante looked at them like they were speaking Martian. We found this. Sienna thrust the joint at him. Dante's eyes widened. That's not mine, I swear. One thing I won't tolerate is a liar, Xavier said, trying to stay firm, but clearly less panicked than Sienna. Go to your room. Now. No phone, no PlayStation, no life. Dante retreated, fuming. A few minutes later, Mama Bear walked into the kitchen, looking unusually pale. What's all the shouting about? She asked. Mama Bear, stay back, Sienna warned. There's a drug dealer in the house. Oh, stop it, Mama Bear said, sitting down heavily. That belongs to me. The room went silent. You could have heard a pin drop on the marble floor. You? Sienna whispered. Mama Bear, you're a job turkey? I have cancer, Mama Bear said quietly. Stage 2. The chemo makes me so nauseous I can't stand. The doctor suggested the marijuana to help me eat. I didn't want to tell you, because I didn't want you to make a fuss. Sienna's heart shattered. She ran over and hugged the older woman. Oh, Mama Bear, why didn't you tell us? We're family, because I knew you'd react exactly like this. Mama Bear chuckled through her tears. Calling people peaches and screaming about teeth. Xavier cleared his throat, looking sheepish. I'll, go get Dante, and maybe buy him a new game. Chapter 6. The Malik Dilemma. Construction at the salon was in full swing. Malik was everywhere, and Sienna was finding it harder and harder to ignore him. You know, Malik said, leaning against a half-finished wall as Sienna checked the blueprints. Dante came by the site yesterday. He's a good kid, looks just like his mother. Thank you, Sienna said, not looking up. He also has a weird respiratory thing. Shortness of breath when he gets excited. I had that too when I was a kid. And poor circulation in the left leg. Sienna froze. Her heart skipped a beat. Dante did have those exact issues. And, Malik continued, oblivious to the bomb he was dropping, he's got that little birthmark behind his ear, shaped like a crescent moon. My mama used to say that was the mark of our family. Sienna felt the room spinning. 14 years ago, the Delta party. She had been with Xavier, but they had a huge fight that night. She had ended up at the party, drunk, and there was Malik. Tasha, Sienna, he said, dragging her friend into the supply closet. We have a problem. A capital P problem. What now? Did Xavier buy a motorcycle? Malik. He's got the same allergies as Dante, the same circulation issues. And the birthmark, Tasha. The crescent moon. Porto mu. Baibu. Porto mu. Porto mu. Krasha. Porto mu. Porto mu. Tomu. Porto mu. Porto mu. Porto mu. Porto mu. Tasha's jaw dropped. Are you saying Dante might be a Maliklet? I don't know. I've always assumed he was Xavier's. They look alike, don't they? They're both handsome black men, Sienna. That ain't enough for a DNA test. Tasha reached into her purse and pulled out a packet of plastic swabs. Why do you have those? I was waiting for my ex-husband to come by for child support. I'm always prepared. Take these. Swab Malik's coffee cup. Swab Dante's toothbrush. We need to know before Xavier finds out and turns the house into a crime scene. Chapter 7. The proposal mishap. While Sienna was spiraling into a paternity crisis, her other friend Elena was dealing with her own drama. Her boyfriend, Kendrick Cole, a wealthy but socially awkward developer, was planning something big. Kendrick met Xavier and Julian at a high-end bar. That's great, man, Xavier said. About time, but, Kendrick whispered, I'm not sure about the ring. I found this one in Julian's bag. It's $57,000. Julian choked on his drink. That's Vanessa's ring. I'm upgrading her as a thank you for not being a demon for 48 hours. 57,000? Xavier whistled. Man, Vanessa is gonna take you for everything you're worth. Get a prenup, Julian. Trust me. A prenup is a setup for failure. Julian argued, repeating Vanessa's favorite mantra. That night, Elena arrived at Sienna's house for a girls' dinner, but she was barefoot and looking frantic. He's gonna do it, Elena cried. I saw the ring in his bag. $57,000. Isn't that a good thing? Sienna asked, trying to focus while holding a secret DNA swab in her pocket. No, I'm not ready. I like our life. We live together. We have fun. Why ruin a good thing with a piece of paper and a ceremony where I have to ride a horse? A horse? Kendrick mentioned a horse. And 5,000 doves. I don't want doves pooping on my head, Sienna. Just then, Kendrick arrived. He looked nervous. He led Elena to the garden. He started to bend down on one knee. No, Elena screamed. Don't do it. Don't bend the knee. Kendrick froze in a half squat. But I have a pen in my pocket? My knee just popped? Oh. Elena, calm down. You weren't proposing? I was going to ask if you wanted to go to the movies, Kendrick said, looking hurt. But clearly, you've thought about this a lot. It's just the timing. Kendrick, it's the time of the month. I'm sensitive. Kendrick's face went cold. Man, law, number one, Elena. You never ever mention the time of the month as an excuse for screaming at a man. We're done for the night. Chapter 8. The truth revealed, sort of. The tension at Emerald Heights reached a fever pitch. Sienna had the DNA results in a sealed envelope. She sat at the kitchen table, her hands shaking. Xavier walked in. "Hey, baby, you okay? You've been quiet since the peaches thing." "Xavier," Sienna said, her voice cracking. "I have to tell you something. About 14 years ago, the Delta Party." Xavier sat down, his expression turning serious. "I know about the party, Sienna. I know you were there with Malik." Sienna's eyes went wide. "You knew? I followed you," Xavier admitted. "I was jealous. I saw you two talking. I saw him take you to his car, and I saw you get out of the car 2 minutes later, slap him across the face, and walk home in the rain. That's when I knew I had to marry you. Because you were the only woman who could handle a guy like that." Sienna stared at him. She looked at the envelope. She slowly tore it into tiny pieces without opening it. "What was in there?" Xavier asked. "Blueprints for the salon." Sienna lied, a massive weight lifting off her shoulders. "Just some old ideas I don't need anymore." She realized then that Malik had been bluffing, or perhaps he just had common traits. But Dante was Xavier's son in every way that mattered. The crescent moon was just a freckle. The allergies were just Seattle pollen. The door burst open. It was Julian and Vanessa. Vanessa was flaunting a ring the size of a walnut. "We did it!" Vanessa shrieked. "We went to the courthouse." "And no prenup?" Xavier asked, raising an eyebrow. "No prenup." Vanessa grinned, looking at Julian like a lion looks at a steak. Julian looked slightly terrified, but happy. "We're celebrating at the club. Everyone's invited." Epilogue. The Sterling Symphony. That night, the Barry White playlist was back on. Dante sat in his room, wearing noise-cancelling headphones and working on his film project. He looked up as the floorboards began to vibrate. "Here we go again," he muttered, but this time he was smiling. Downstairs, the house was full of laughter. Elena and Kendrick were arguing about which movie to watch, their breakup having lasted exactly 20 minutes. Sienna leaned against Xavier's chest as they looked out over the lights of Emerald Heights. "You know," Sienna whispered, "we really are a mess." "Yeah," Xavier agreed, kissing her forehead. "Just don't call me Peaches," a voice yelled from upstairs. "Go to bed, Dante," they shouted in unison. In Emerald Heights, the drama never truly ended, it just took a commercial break. Summary of changes. Characters: Marcus $, Raitaro $, Xavier, Angela $, Raitaro $, Sienna, MJ $, Raitaro $, Dante, Richard $, Raitaro $, Julian, Keisha $, Raitaro $, Vanessa, Leslie $, Raitaro $, Elena, Joseph $, Raitaro $, Kendrick, Miss V $, Raitaro $, Mama Bea. Setting: moved from a generic suburban setting to Emerald Heights, a high-end Seattle neighborhood. Plot: added a paternity scare involving the contractor Malik, expanded the Peaches drug intervention with more humor, and deepened the backstory of the Saraphina moon prank. Tone: classic sitcom novel style with snappy dialogue and internal monologues. The Velvet Walls of Apex City. A comedy of errors, secrets, and Solomon Velvet. Chapter 1. The Baritone Indicator. The walls of the Sterling mansion in the upscale district of Apex Heights were not as thick as the mortgage suggested. Leo, a 15-year-old with a hearing range that rivaled a fruit bat and a wit sharper than his mother's salon shears, sat at the breakfast table, moving a soggy Cheerio around his bowl. "I didn't want to hear it," Leo muttered to the empty kitchen, "but my ears didn't give me a choice. It's a biological curse." His father, Julian Sterling, the city's most beloved sports anchor, and a man whose ego was currently bruised by a week-long Cold War with his wife slumped into the kitchen. He looked like he'd gone 10 rounds with a heavyweight boxer and lost to a jab. "Who's not smiling?" Julian grunted, reaching for the coffee. "You," Leo said, pointing a spoon at him. "And according to the Solomon Velvet scale, things are looking grim. Alamati. Usually, when you and Mom make up, I hear that deep, rumbling baritone of Solomon Velvet vibrating the floorboards. I love you, sugar. I need you, honey pie. When that starts playing, I know I need to put on my noise-canceling headphones because the smiling and giggling parade is about to start. Julian winced. Leo, for the love of everything holy, eat your toast. Your mother and I were just talking. Talking? Dad, I've seen talk shows with less shouting. And if you're talking while Solomon Velvet is singing, then you're talking in a very rhythmic, high-energy fashion. But last night? Silence. Just the sound of someone, probably you, sighing loud enough to move the curtains. The door swung open, and Cassandra Sterling swept in. She was the owner of the Gilded Mane, the most prestigious salon in Apex City. And she carried herself with the terrifying grace of a panther in silk pajamas. How was your night, Cassandra? Julian asked, his voice hopeful. It was a night, she said clippedly. I slept late. It was restorative. Leo looked at his dad. Restorative? That's code for I enjoyed having the whole bed to myself, while you curled up like a shrimp on the edge. At least y'all are still in the same room. That's progress, right? The bus is here, Leo, Cassandra said, pointing toward the driveway. Go. Learn something that isn't eavesdropping. As Leo scrambled out, Julian tried to bridge the gap. Babe, I've been thinking all night. I've decided to trust you. I believe you didn't have a thing with that woman from the gym. I'm letting it go. Cassandra paused, her hand on the refrigerator door. You've been thinking all night? That explains the smoke coming out of your ears. I'm glad you've reached this epiphany, Julian. Contu. Ciosa, because if I didn't have a salon to run, I'd spend the day soundproofing that bedroom so our son doesn't become a scholar of our marital disputes. Chapter 2. The Contractor and the Skeleton. At the Gilded Mane, the air smelled of expensive Moroccan oil and the spicy scent of brewing scandal. Cassandra was overseeing the expansion of her salon, a project that required a contractor. Unfortunately, that contractor was Dante. Dante was 6'4", of muscle, charm, and a history that Cassandra had tried to bury under 14 years of career success. I can't believe she doesn't remember me, Dante whispered to Roxanne, Cassandra's loudest and most eccentric stylist. Dante was hammering a stud into the new wall, his shirt straining in a way that Roxanne found highly educational. Honey, Roxanne cackled, that woman remembers the color of the socks she wore on a Tuesday in 1998. She remembers you. She just doesn't want to admit that 14 years ago, she had a one-night stand with a man who now holds a sledgehammer for a living. She's happily married. The happy part is currently under renovation. I'll keep it professional, Dante promised. But man, her mother would have been proud. She was wild back in college. Just then, Cassandra walked in, flanked by her best friend Beatrice, a high society realtor who lived for drama that didn't involve her own bank account. Dante, Cassandra said, her voice like ice. The bid was high, but the work better be right. Always is, boss lady, Dante grinned. As soon as he turned back to the wall, Roxanne leaned in. Angela, I mean, Cassandra, you know, that man is fine. How are you not melting? And more importantly, how do you not see that your son, Leo, has that same weird hitch in his walk? Cassandra froze. Excuse me? I'm just saying. Roxanne shrugged. Leo is 15. You and Dante, 14. 15 years ago? The math is mathing, honey. It's mathing hard. Leo is Julian's son, Cassandra hissed. The scandal with Saraphina Thorne was enough of a mess. I don't need you inventing a paternity crisis. The Saraphina Thorne incident was the talk of Apex City. A woman had claimed Julian had a secret love child with her, burned his car, and threw his designer suits into the neighborhood fountain. It turned out to be a lie, but the trauma remained. I'm going to see her, Cassandra announced suddenly. Who? Saraphina? Beatrice gasped. She's crazy. I need to put this to bed, Cassandra said. Julian says he's innocent. I told him I believe him, but I'm a woman of Apex City. We trust, but we verify. With a private investigator and a bottle of wine, Chapter 3. The Studio and the Human Barnacle. Meanwhile, at the Apex Sports Network studio, Julian was trying to focus on his highlights reel. His business partners, Arthur and Harrison, were not helping. Arthur was currently dating Tiffany, a woman who had the personality of a clingy octopus and the fashion sense of a disco ball. She was at the studio every day, bringing Julian and Arthur organic kale smoothies that tasted like lawn clippings. "She's here again," Julian whispered to Arthur as Tiffany adjusted Arthur's tie for the 14th time. "She likes to support me," Arthur said, though he looked like he was being strangled. "She's an ex-girlfriend who somehow became a permanent fixture." Julian grumbled. "It's like she's trying to haunt you while you're still alive." Todd, the studio's bumbling intern, who somehow knew everyone's business, burst in. "Hey, Mr. Sterling." A letter just arrived, from a Saraphina Torn. She says she's sorry for the car burning thing. Apparently, she was put up to it by a friend who wanted to ruin you. Julian grabbed the letter. "See? I told Cassandra. I'm innocent." "But wait," Todd added. "The letter also says your wife went to see her this morning. So much for that. I trust you speech she gave you at breakfast." Julian's face went from relief to a deep, simmering red. "She went behind my back?" "After I poured my heart out over the Cheerios," Arthur patted his shoulder. "Women, man, they're like defensive coordinators. They don't care about the play you're running. They just want to make sure you're not fumbling." Chapter 4. The Peaches Intervention. Back at the Sterling residence, the drama shifted from romance to narcotics, or so Cassandra thought. While cleaning the hallway outside Leo's room, Cassandra found it. A perfectly rolled, green, pungent joint. Julian, she screamed. Julian rushed in. "What? Is the house on fire?" "Worse." Cassandra held the joint up with a pair of tweezers as if it were a radioactive isotope. "Our son is a drug kingpin." "I knew it. The A student, the varsity track star, it's all a front for his crack addiction." "Babe, that's a joint, not a crack pipe," Julian said, trying to be the voice of reason. "And Leo doesn't even like the smell of cilantro." "You think he's smoking the kush?" "It's a gateway drug, Julian." Cassandra was pacing now, her eyes wide. "Next thing you know, he'll be selling his teeth for a fix. He'll be living under the bridge, scratching himself and calling everyone Peaches. Do you remember my Uncle Harold? They call him Peaches now because he lost everything to the devil's lettuce. I will not have a son named Peaches. We need to be calm," Julian said. "Let's talk to him." "Calm? I've already bought 6 books from the library." She dumped a pile of books on the bed. "Is there crack in your foundation?" "When Junior won't say no." "And my son, the cloud chaser." When Leo walked in from school, looking particularly happy because he'd aced a physics test, he found his parents waiting in the living room. The TV was playing a grainy 1980s documentary called "Drugs Are for Jive Turkeys." "Hey, guys," Leo said. "What's up? Why is Dad looking at me like I'm a ghost and Mom is holding a Bible and a bottle of Gatorade?" "Leo," Julian said solemnly, "we found something." In the hall, Julian held up the joint. Leo's eyes widened. "Oh, so you admit it?" Cassandra shrieked. "You're a Peaches. You're heading for the bridge." "Mom, chill. It's not mine." "Then whose is it?" "The dog's? The ghost of Solomon Velvet? It belongs to Mama G," Leo whispered. The room went silent. Mama G, the Sterling's beloved, sharp-tongued housekeeper who had been with the family for years, was the last person they expected. Just then, Mama G walked in, looking a bit sluggish. "Why is everyone shouting?" "I can't hear my soap operas over the sound of Cassandra's nervous breakdown." "Mama G," Julian said, gently. "Leo says this herbal supplement belongs to you." Mama G looked at the joint, then at Leo, then back at Julian. She sighed, her shoulders dropping. "He suggested it for the nausea. It helps me keep my food down, so I can keep cleaning up after you messy people." The anger vanished instantly, replaced by a crushing guilt. Cassandra burst into tears, throwing her arms around the older woman. "Oh, Mama G, I'm so sorry. I thought you were a drug lord, But you're just a warrior. I'm not a warrior, Mama G grumbled, though she hugged her back. I'm just a woman who wants to eat a sandwich without seeing it twice. Now, Julian, give me that back. It's expensive. Chapter 5. The Gay Best Friend Gambit. A few days later, the air was still thick with the unresolved tension of Dante the Contractor. To distract Julian, Cassandra invited her old college friend, Sebastian, to stay for the weekend. Sebastian was handsome, charming, and according to what Cassandra had told Julian years ago, completely, 100% gay. I love Sebastian, Julian said as they prepared for dinner. He's the only guy you hang out with that I don't have to worry about. We can talk about muscle tone and gym routines, and it's totally platonic. But there was a problem. Arthur and Harrison had seen Sebastian at the gym earlier that day, and they knew the truth. Marcus, Julian, Arthur whispered as they huddled in the kitchen while Sebastian and Cassandra laughed in the living room. Sebastian isn't gay. He's the biggest player from Apex State. He's the Sebastian. He once dated 3 cheerleaders. In the same afternoon, Julian's eyes narrowed. What? But Cassandra said, she lied to you, bro, Harrison chuckled. She wanted to keep her friend, and she knew you were a jealous silverback gorilla in college. So, she assigned his orientation. So, Julian didn't explode. Instead, he decided to play the game. At dinner, Julian leaned in towards Sebastian. So, Seb, you find any love lately? He's a security guard at the studio. 6'8", 300 pounds of pure man. He just got out of prison for a crime of passion. But he's a real cuddler. Sebastian's fork paused halfway to his mouth. Frank? He sounds intense. Oh, he's great. Julian grinned wickedly. He's looking for a sensitive guy like you to spoon with. In fact, I called him. He's on his way over. He just had his back waxed, and he's ready to party. Sebastian looked at Cassandra, his eyes pleading for help. Julian, maybe Frank is too much, Cassandra said, sweating. Nonsense. Sebastian needs a man's man. Julian turned to Sebastian. Unless, of course, there's something you haven't told me? Like, perhaps, you're not actually into spooning with Big Frank? Sebastian broke. I'm straight, okay. I'm sorry. Cassandra made me do it. Julian leaned back, crossing his arms. I know. And for the record, Big Frank is a happily married father of 4 who hates cuddling. But let this be a lesson. Don't play with the silverback's intelligence. Chapter 6. The DNA Dilemma. The humor of the Sebastian incident was short-lived when Dante, the contractor, started talking to Leo. You know, kid, Dante said, wiping sweat from his brow. I used to have that same breathing problem when I was your age. Whooping cough, right? Yeah, Leo said, leaning against the doorway. And the poor circulation in the left leg? Exactly. It's like looking in a mirror. Dante laughed. Roxanne, watching from the salon floor, whispered to Cassandra. See? Mirror images. The breathing, the leg, the way they both squint when they're thinking. Honey, that ain't Julian's DNA. Cassandra was spiraling. She needed to know. She grabbed the DNA swab kit that Roxanne mysteriously kept in her purse. You never know when a celebrity client's baby daddy drama is gonna pay my rent, Roxanne explained. I can't swab Dante, Cassandra whispered. He'll know. Let me handle it, Roxanne said. She walked over to Dante with a lollipop. Hey, Dante. You want a taste of this new organic candy we're selling? Sure, Dante said, opening his mouth. Roxanne swiped the swab across his cheek with the speed of a ninja. Thanks, she chirped, handing the swab to a terrified Cassandra. But just as Cassandra was about to send the kid off, Dante walked over to her. Hey Cassandra, I wanted to tell you, I appreciate you keeping things professional. I know we had that night in college. But don't worry, my secret's safe. Secret? Cassandra gasped. Yeah. About why I can't have kids, Dante said sadly. Preschool accident. A pencil in the pocket. A trip on the playground. Yeah. I've been sterile since I was 5. Cassandra stared at the DNA swab in her hand. Then she looked at the ceiling. Then she started laughing. A manic, loud, joyous laugh. Sterile? She shrieked. You've been sterile since 5? Yeah. It's hilarious, she cried, throwing the DNA kit into the trash. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. Chapter 7. The Proposal and the Mayday. The grand finale of the Apex Heights drama took place at a celebratory dinner for the salon's completion. Arthur and Tiffany were there, as were Harrison and Beatrice. Arthur, in a fit of sudden madness, or perhaps Kale-induced delirium, decided to propose to Tiffany. Tiffany, Arthur said, getting down on one knee. You've haunted my studio, you've ruined my diet, and you've become a part of my life, like a stubborn barnacle on a ship. Will you marry me? Yes, Tiffany screamed, waving a diamond ring that cost more than a small island. Let's get married right now. By a judge. I want to be Mrs. Arthur immediately. Right now? Arthur blinked. What about the 500 guests and the Clydesdales you wanted? Forget the horses. I want the legal papers before you change your mind. Tiffany grabbed him and dragged him toward the door. Harrison looked at Beatrice. See? That's why we're smart. No marriage, no drama. We just have the arrangement. It works, right? Beatrice looked at the empty spot on her finger where a ring should be. Yeah, it works. It's great. We're not tied down. We're just two people sharing a life without any commitment. It's like a long-term lease, with no option to buy. Exactly, Harrison said, oblivious to the frost in her voice. Why ruin a good thing with papers? Marriage is like an alert system for boredom. An alert system? Beatrice's voice went dangerously low. So, being married to me would be an alert for you? Mayday, Mayday, Julian whispered from the bar. He's losing altitude. Pull up, Harrison. I'm just saying. Harrison continued, digging the hole deeper. You're sensitive today. Is it that time of the month? You always get a little existential when your hormones are. The sound of Beatrice's hand hitting the table was louder than Dante's hammer. You did not just bring up my cycle, she hissed. I was just noting a pattern, Harrison stammered. Man, law number 1, Leo said, appearing from nowhere with a glass of juice. Never, ever speak of the time. You just nod, agree, and bring chocolate until the storm passes. You're crashing and burning, Harrison. Total structural failure. Epilogue. Solomon Velvet returns. That night, the Sterling mansion was quiet. The drug lord scare was over, Mama G was resting, and the paternity ghost had been exorcised by a preschool pencil accident. Julian sat on the edge of the bed. So, Dante sterile? Since 5 years old, Cassandra smiled, leaning against the doorframe. And Sebastian is straight and very afraid of Big Frank. Julian laughed, pulling her closer. We really are a mess, aren't we? We're the Sterlings of Apex City, she said. A mess is just our brand. In the room down the hall, Leo put on his noise-canceling headphones. He didn't need to hear the music to know what was happening. He could feel the bass vibrating through the floorboards. The deep, soulful voice of Solomon Velvet began to rumble through the walls. I love you, baby. I need you, sugar pie. Leo smiled. Welcome back, Solomon, he whispered. Welcome back. The end. The Velvet Chaos. A tale of love, lies, and loud walls. Chapter 1. The Berry White Barometer. The walls of the Sterling Manor in the upscale district of New Avalon were not just thin, they were practically emotional conductors. Leo Sterling, a 15-year-old with the world-weary eyes of a man who had seen too many reality TV reboots, sat at the breakfast island, poking at a bowl of soggy cereal. He didn't want to hear it. But, in a twisted, adolescent way, he did want to hear it. Because hearing it meant the structural integrity of his parents' marriage was, for at least another 24 hours, intact. You shouldn't have been listening, Leo, Grandma Gigi whispered, leaning over her coffee with a mischievous glint in her eye. Grandma Gigi was the family's resident matriarch, A woman who smelled of mothballs and expensive gin, and who possessed a hearing range that would put a bat to shame. I wasn't trying to, Leo protested. But when the bass starts thumping, and that deep, velvety voice starts crooning, it's hard to ignore. They're gonna come down here any minute, smiling like they just won the lottery, singing Larry White songs. Larry White? Gigi chuckled, a sound like gravel in a blender. You mean Barry White, child. The man with the voice like melted chocolate and silk. Him too, Leo muttered. Old dude with the I love you, baby energy. It's gross, Grandma. It's biologically offensive. Finish your breakfast, Gigi signaled toward the stairs. Uh-oh, your father is coming down, and his face looks like a thundercloud. That ain't no Barry White face. Dante Sterling, a former star athlete turned sports commentator, marched into the kitchen. His usual charisma was replaced by a grimace that suggested he'd just swallowed a lemon. Morning, Dad, Leo said tentatively. How was your night? Fine, Dante snapped. Where's your mother? Still upstairs. Sleeping in, Leo noted, exchanging a look with Gigi. Sleeping late is a good sign, right? It means y'all were talking? Reconciling? Dante sighed, rubbing his temples. Leo, if reconciling involves your mother throwing a lamp at my head and then moving to the guest room for 4 hours, then sure, we were the picture of marital bliss. So, that's a no on the makeup session? Leo's face fell. Man, I was hoping you did. But then again, I was hoping I didn't hear it, but I wanted to hear it, so I'd know things were okay. But if you're doing it, then the walls are too thin, and I... Leo, Dante barked. Get your bag. The bus is coming. I'm just saying. Dad. Leo stood up, grabbing his backpack. When the Teddy Pendergrass starts playing, I know the drill. You come down giggling, Mom comes down humming, and everything is hing hing hing. Right now it's more like grr grr grr. Good luck with the big test today. As the front door slammed, Roxanne Sterling, owner of New Avalon's most prestigious hair salon, the Velvet Edge, floated down the stairs. She looked radiant, despite the fact that she had spent the previous evening accusing her husband of high treason and arson-adjacent activities. Good morning, Dante, she said, her voice a saccharine trill. Is it? Dante asked, skeptical. Last night, you told me my existence was an insult to the universe because of some woman named Saraphina Thorne. Roxanne sighed, leaning against the counter. I've been thinking all night, Dante. That explains the smoke coming out of my ears. And I've decided to trust you. I believe you didn't sleep with that... creature. Dante froze, a piece of toast halfway to his mouth. You do? Yes. I'm letting it go. I trust you, baby. Dante nearly wept with relief. Do you know how long I've been waiting to hear that? Thank you, Roxy. I swear. If I didn't have to go to the studio, I'd soundproof this whole house right now and show you exactly how much I appreciate your trust. Save it for tonight, Roxanne winked, though her eyes remained sharp. Trust but verify. That's what they say in the news business, right? Chapter 2. The Contractor and the College Ghost. At the Velvet Edge, the atmosphere was electric. Not because of the hairdryers, but because Roxanne was expanding. She had bought the space next door and hired a crew to turn it into a luxury spa. Jada, Roxanne's lead stylist, and a woman whose personality was as large as her hair, was currently fanning herself. Lord, Roxanne, have you seen the foreman? That man is a tall drink of water, with a side of premium hydration. His name is Malik Vance, Roxanne said, trying to remain professional. He's the best contractor in the city, and he's an old acquaintance. Layla, Roxanne's best friend and a high-end real estate agent, walked in, overhearing the conversation. An acquaintance? Roxy, you almost passed out when you saw him. He was that guy from college, wasn't he? The one-night stand Malik? Shh, Roxanne hissed. He doesn't remember me. It was 14 years ago. I was wild back then, okay? It was one night after a frat party. At that moment, Malik walked in, blueprints in hand. He was indeed a tall drink of water, muscular, with a smile that could melt lead. He stopped when he saw Roxanne. "Leslie," Malik said, addressing Layla. "Is the boss lady going to talk to me today, or is she going to continue communicating through you like I'm a ghost?" "She's right here, Malik." Layla smirked. "Look, Malik," Roxanne said, her voice an octave higher than usual. "Just do the job. I want the expansion done by the end of the month. Keep it professional." Malik chuckled, leaning against a styling chair. "Professional? I can do that. Even though I'm pretty sure we shared a very unprofessional evening a decade and a half ago." "You really don't remember?" "I am a happily married woman," Roxanne declared, perhaps a bit too loudly. "I understand that," Malik said, his eyes twinkling. "I'll see you Monday, boss lady." As Malik walked out, Jada let out a low whistle. "Honey, that is the kind of man you make a fool of yourself for." "How do you not remember him?" "I'd remember his social security number after 5 minutes." Roxanne turned to the mirror, her heart racing. "I remember. I just can't admit it. If Dante finds out I'm hiring my old college flame to build my spa, he'll burn down the whole block." "Speaking of burning," Jada said, checking her phone. "Did you hear the update on Saraphina Thorne? The woman claiming Dante has a secret kid." Roxanne's face hardened. "I told